we might be live. If you guys are watching this live stream and playback, welcome to the video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you catch me next time. Excuse me. Hi, babe. I don't even know if this is actually going. Hey! No, you're cool. It's working. What's going on, guys? You heading out of here? Here's what? Go get some. It's your room. It's our room. Bro, what's up? What's up, Maynard? Can you guys see me okay? Because, yeah, can you guys actually see me? I hope. Because I'm not seeing me on one screen, but I can see me on this other one. It's the first time I've ever tried a live stream, guys, on my, what's up, cutie? I've been cloned, yo. Benefits. Alright. No, for real though, guys, can you see me? Because it shows like, I see something on my thing that says live stream is offline. Yeah, alright, cool. Good. Then I won't worry about it. Bring this right here. As long as I can see your guys' comments, that's all that matters. Nice. See you, bro. Perfect. How's everyone's Sunday going? Thank you, New Jersey gal. I appreciate that. It's beautiful. All right. Yeah. So, guys, I was thinking Sunday should and could, it probably should be the day that I do these live streams. To me, that just makes the most sense because, like, ideally more people would be home. So if you guys are down for that, then yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to close this window. Yeah. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. No, Sarah, always good to see you. Glad you're with us. I'm glad to be with you, Sarah. Sorry, this live stream's off to a really slow start in terms of my focus. Let's go. Let's see what we can make of this. Good Sunday. Devin, good. Jack Jordan, yo Noah, were you ever put on Depakote? Nah, man, I really wasn't. I'm sorry. Can't comment on that. Laura Shoemaker, hey Noah, hey Laura. Trajasu Pine, I just wondered where you're from. I'm from India. Forgive me if I said your name wrong. I know I did. I'm from Portland, Oregon. I have a home in Beaverton, but from Portland, Oregon. Prince Diamond, hey. What's up, Prince? What's up, Prince? Atta Mustafa, what times is it there in the States? It is 1:05 Pacific Standard Time here. But now you know I have to double check. Where are you from, man? I want to know where you're from now. Prince Diamond, Sunday is a good idea. Cool. I like the idea of doing Sunday. To me, that makes sense. Bye, cutie. Love you. When will you be back? Hour and a half? Okay. There she goes. There she goes again. Ooh, that's so good in me. My bad, guys. One sec. Not trying to ignore you. Cool. There she goes again. All right, where are we at? I'm engaged. Got my coffee. Yeah. Oh, what is the good word? Ben Swim, how do you deal with cravings, whether alcohol or anything else? Man, I think when it comes to cravings, it's kind of just understanding that, for me at least. And by the way, if there are things that are being asked and you're like, I have something to say about that, please say it. We're just all here kicking it. I know that it's like, it's more connected one-on-one than you might think. So we're all a group here. So I'm trying to say, please chime in. I want to hear from you. This is my chance just to speak with you, connect with you, hear from you. So don't be shy. If you're watching, get involved. It's a lot more fun that way. Ask things, comment things, just be a part of this. But in terms of cravings for me, I think I just remember that cravings pass. And that can be with food, that can be with alcohol, that can be with porn, whatever. Cravings come and they go. So just remember that. Don't feel trapped by it. It'll pass. Audrey, so confused. I just started the coffee maker. This is going to be fun. I mean, I hope it's decently fun. That's for sure. All right, let's see. The card shop, Evansville. What up, homie? What up, homie? It's Monday here in India. Oh, crazy. Dang, so you already started your week. Nice. Oreo G Gaming Adventures. What up, Big No-No? What's going on? Oreo G Gaming Adventures. That's a name, dude. The card shop, Evansville. So I started splitting my TRT into 2 shots, 100 ml split into 50 ml every 3.5 days. Feeling like that's a better dose and less cortisol spike. Anxiety after. Once a week, I was hitting skids on day 5. Yeah, like when it comes to taking testosterone, as far as my understanding, the more frequent, the better. I mean, the less peaks, the less valleys. Get your steady state more in check. I went to 2 shots a week, by the way, and it was fine. Like I did that for a solid few months, but I just didn't notice that big a difference to the point where I was like, this is better. And I did find, even though it was only twice a week, that I was occasionally forgetting to take my injection, and it was just throwing me off a little bit. So, but if it works for you, that's dope. Patrick Sturgill, how bad is the air pollution in Portland? I heard it's not one of the worst in the U.S. I don't believe the pollution's so bad in general. I don't know if you're referring to the fact that we've just had smoke flooding our area because of all the wildfires that have been going on, Eagle Creek and the Gorge and all that. But I mean, I believe the air quality here is pretty good. Of course, correct me if I'm wrong. Jack Jordan, how's the Klonopin taper going? I am off Klonopin. I'm 100% off Klonopin. I will be making a video about that probably this week, maybe next week. So you get that inside scoop on me by being here, which is cool. But I'm off Klonopin. It was something that took me a long time to get off, and I finally just made that decision. And I'm glad because it was a mental thing. I got myself down to 0.0125 or 0.125 milligrams every other day, and I just couldn't seem to stop. And then I finally just like listened to what my doctor was saying. My doctor was straight up telling me, he's like, dude, the fact that you are taking 0.125 every other day, you can't seem to let go, is like sprinkling fairy dust on your head. So a month ago, especially when I started doing this full time, I was like, I need to grow up. Like, I think that's been a big part of this last 5-6 weeks is I need to grow up. How can I grow up? What are some things I'm holding on to that I don't need to be holding on to? And the Klonopin was one of them. How about that for a loaded answer? Saria Williams, is there a way we could get you more followers? Is there a way we can get you more? Oh, I have plenty of followers in the sense that like I don't feel like I need or deserve more. I'm grateful for anyone that wanders into my life on this channel, and especially like on these live streams and kicks it with me and stuff like that. It's so cool. But there's like plenty of people here. There's a lot of people that would dream of having such a cool group of people like I feel like I have on my channel. But I mean, yeah, share the content, like, comment, subscribe, that sort of thing, you know. The Allen 501, does it really work if you are depressed and the doctor asks you to take the medicine? I mean, that's an individual thing, whether or not you're going to take the medicine. Presumably, you're talking about like an antidepressant and a psych med. So that's an individual thing. There are pros and cons. You need to weigh that. What I can say is I do believe you will get better in general with a lot of hard work, a lot of patience, a lot of self-care, and a lot of different things going into it. That's a tough one. Turgisu Pine, I was stunned to hear you pronounce my name perfect. I bet I just messed it up right there. Prince Diamond, good Lord, he said my name. Been a fan for 2 years. Heck yeah. I mean, of course. It's cool. Message. Oh, whoa, I just got jumped. I hate how it does this. Okay, so from my end of things, probably you guys are seeing the same thing, actually. I'm about to hop on my other YouTube account because I kind of want to see what this experience is like for you guys. If I kill the volume, do you guys see all the comments flying? Yeah, you do. All right, so you guys can see I'm doing my best. I'm gonna always do my best to keep up with your comments. So it just does this thing on my end where it literally just buries me to the bottom. So I'll be like looking and trying to read something, and it just auto sends me to the bottom of the feed. Let's hardly manage monitor participants. Pop out chat. Okay, sorry guys, 1 sec. What's pop up? Pop out chat. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What did I just do? Oh, cool. Sorry, my bad, my bad. I'm fiddle faddling. Don't mind me. Hey, that's cool. I think we can keep up with people a lot better this way. Shit, if I were you guys, I'd be like, dude, you better start paying attention or I'm out. So let me freaking get my shit together. Okay. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Where are we? Where are we? Tyree says, is it normal that depression, let's show that. Is it normal? Dang, it did it again. Tyree says, and I hope it doesn't just move on me again, is it normal that depression can kick you 2 grades back? Or is it because I'm a lazy ass whiner? I would like your opinion. You're not a lazy ass whiner just because you're talking about your depression, if that's what you mean. And 2 grades back, I mean, I don't know if you're talking about school or if you're using that as a metaphor, but is it normal for depression to just kick your ass, make you slow, think slow, feel slow, move slow, care less? Then yeah, all those things, and it's very individual. I would say just by reading your comment, try not to be so hard on yourself, boss. Walter Mall, does testosterone ever lose its effect? I don't know. You know, I mean, I don't think so to the extent that I've been on it for so long, right? Like I think that it's a hormone. It's just a hormone, so I imagine it's going to always do what it's going to do. Now, in terms of its anabolic effect, from like the time you're first starting to like how it's going to affect you in that way long term, I imagine it gets a little different. Oh my God, where are we? Rami Adnan, how is the training going? Training's going really well right now, you guys. I'm down to like 207, 208 pounds. I think I've lost some muscle over the last couple of years, but it would make sense because my TRT dose has been lower and I haven't really been training for like hypertrophy. I've been doing CrossFit, but I'm performing better and better and better. So that feels good. I feel like training's going good. I just posted a video yesterday of a tough training session. Turjasu Pine, just wanted to know your views about withdrawal from Xanax addiction. I think when it comes to coming off any benzodiazepine, my views on coming off benzos, Valium, I think that's a benzo. I certainly know Klonopin is, and I'm missing something else like whatever. Benzodiazepines, my view on them is go slow, take it slow, be careful, consult with your doctor, and don't go too fast. But if you have the capacity to try to get to as needed as opposed to a daily thing, if you can. Retro Gaming, got my prescription for sustenance starting tomorrow. Scared and excited all at the same time. Thank you for putting your info out to help educate people about low T. Cool, man. Yeah, good luck. Be patient. Don't be scared. Just be consistent, okay? And be scared if you need to be scared, but try to be brave also. Anthony Ornelas, hey Noah, when should Clomid start taking effect? As in better mood, more energy? You know, I really don't know. I really don't know how long Clomid should take, but we can find out, my friend. That is the power of the internet. So let's just look. Let's just look. How long for Clomid to work? for men. I'm reading maybe a couple weeks. I hope that's right. I hope that's right. Welcome everyone else who's just getting here. I'm really doing my best to keep up with the questions, but I'm sucking. Feel free to use the super chat function if you want. I mean, no disrespect in bringing that up. I'm just letting you guys know that it is a way to get your comment to the tippy top. I will always be able to know. I'll never miss a super chat. I'm going to miss inherently some of these other ones, but everyone's comment and participation matters. And the super chats also go towards supporting the channel and what we're trying to do here. So I do want to say that, but I want to say it in like the least scummy way possible. I'm going to just start grabbing the next one that I can. I think I'm taking too much time by scrolling back up, and I hate that aspect of this, so I apologize. But let's just go with Bill Banks. How do you avoid people you don't like? I mean, that's pretty easy if you don't live with them or they're not like your family members. But otherwise, sometimes there are people right in your life that you can't avoid. And I think what you can do is you can set different boundaries and you can challenge them to see you differently. You can challenge yourself to be bold, be firm, be able to reinvent yourself in their eyes. I think some people, especially people that we don't like per se, but we're around for a long time, or they're our family, they kind of put us in a box and they decide they know who we are and what we are. And I don't like that. I think we need to be able to grow up, grow older, change, adapt, and recreate ourselves in their eyes. And that's just a matter of you towing the line. Matthias, hey Noah, I suffer from anxiety, DP, and DR, and I have a question for you. Do you think anxiety may be due to deterioration of the body and health problems in general, or is it mainly mental? You know, I think anxiety and mental health, I think all of it's very complicated. It's very individual. And I mean, it's too complicated. I think it could be all those things. Do you think anxiety may be due to deterioration of the body and health problems? I think it's really important to look at yourself from like a holistic point of view, or at least like a full body. So the people I'm connected with that are very high up in the medical field, that take great interest in this stuff, right? They're like, to them, you don't just treat symptoms. You want to find root causes, and you do that through a slew of things that can help you cognitively, emotionally, and then you look at the body, look at your blood work, you look at other things that you can quantify and control, and then you just start chipping away at it. Anybody else having buffering issues? Yeah, please let me know about that. I feel like the moment I decided I would just start taking the next comment that came up, a lot of people bounced. I feel bad about that, so maybe I need to try and go one at a time. I just wish it didn't move around on me so much. Let's see. Let's go back to the top, because I sure do appreciate you guys being here. Retro gaming, got my first prescription of sustenance starting tomorrow. Scared and excited at the same time. All right, Anthony. O'Grady, big no-no, knows best. Yeah, my wife might have something to say about that. Veronica Franz, any advice on how to encourage someone that struggles with depression from a day-to-day basis? I think my advice for you and for anyone who is working with someone or living with someone or caring for someone who is struggling with their mood, I think it's really important to remember that they're hurt, right? And that they're going through something that is going to require consistency. And that's consistency from you, consistency from them, which means, in so many words, that you're going to have to make sure you are taking care of yourself first and foremost, and then you are being patient with that hopeless cycle they go through, with that negativity that they're dealing with this hopelessness and this childlike behavior that can come out of people. It certainly came out of me. I mean, my advice is just to tell them you love them. Don't try to fix them. Tell them you believe in their healing, that they can get better. And then tell them again. And then tell them again. And then tell them again. So on and so forth. Your job is just to be really consistent. Really, really, really consistent. Let's see if we can get some people to join us on Facebook. I'm going to share this real quick with my Facebook fan page and see if anybody wants to hop in and say what up, what it do. You know, for a real quick second. YouTube family. This is not going, it's taking a long time. Here we go. I'm live on YouTube right now. Come kick it. There we go. All right, back to work. Back to work. Can you give me, okay, so Airy Vlogs Z says, can you give me a shout out? Yeah, man. Let's give a big, nice shout out to Ari Vlogs Z. Ben Swim, go Blazers. Dude, I'm excited for the next season. Go Blazers for sure. Turgis Supine, I'm going through personal problem and depressed. I'm depressed. My father is a psychiatrist, and I was on alprazolam for 15 years almost, and now I'm trying to come out of the benzo addiction. I'm really sorry. It's going to be a long road for you. There's no reason to sugarcoat that, but I believe you can do it. Just give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance to improve. Give yourself a chance to be different, and take baby steps. And also, quite frankly, give yourself credit for the baby steps that you are taking. Try not to be too hard on yourself. Yeah. All right. And Anna Scissors, hi from Croatia. Can't believe I bumped to the live stream. Yeah, how's it going, Anna? I'm glad you guys are here. One of these days, I probably say this every week since I started making this a more regular thing. I'm going to, give you guys some warning, which might be nice. Audrey, so confused. Sue, as in sewing machine. I see sewing. That's the link there. Gotcha. Thank you, Audrey. So confused. Oh, that's clever. I should have probably got that. Maynard Gonzalez, hey bro, is it common to have memory problems during Yeah! Is it common to have memory problems during SSRI withdrawals? Absolutely. Your brain is on the fritz when you're coming off psych meds. I've come off psych meds before. You're just trying to, God, when you're on psych meds, you're literally just trying to even out. Your synapses are trying to make new connections. You're rewiring. Be very patient. Patrick Sturgill, can I give a tip that's helped me, Veronica? Please do, just give it. Oreo G Gaming Adventures, do you play games? I play love games. But no, I don't like formally game or anything like that. I used to, though. I should get back into that. I'm guessing you do. The Card Shop, Evansville. Hey, no. Somehow, as soon as you were answering me, my internet went out. How do you feel about the split? The split, I feel like it's great. If it works for you, it's awesome. The idea, like I said, when you're taking testosterone, the more frequent you take it, the better your steady state. Veronica Friends, please. X Rados X. Is it possible to fall in love fully when you are dealing with DPDR? I'm about to start a new relationship, and I'm afraid to hurt the girl because of the numbness and the brain fog, etc. I mean, is it possible to fall in love? Yes. I think it'd be how you are able to deal and process the love. How about this? When I was severely depersonalized, I didn't lose the deep notion of love for my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, but I think like those she's just looking over me smiling. But I think we had to fight for our love, and we had to understand that feeling in love is something you work for and you're patient for, because trauma and hard circumstances can make that very difficult. So if you think you have the capacity to care for her to the best of your ability, and you can differentiate what your DP is versus what the actual just sentiment in the relationship is, then yeah, I think you can certainly give love and hopefully be in love. Patrick Sturgill, habits and routines will help when you can't motivate yourself to do things. Yep. Just going into zombie mode sometimes helps. Yep. Putting self-care into routine. Yeah, great advice, Patrick. That's good shit. Yeah, this is kind of working. So now I guess I would say, I think this is such a better way to do this. It's a lot easier for me to keep track of everything on the desktop here. So I imagine your comment at this point is pretty far back, and I apologize for that. I'll start trying to speed up. But now this is a good way you can use Super Chat and just jump the line. That's how you can use Super Chat if you so want and you want to support the channel. Adrian Flux, I've been taking androgel for a month for abnormally low testosterone. I have begun to notice differences in mood and more specifically libido. Hey, good. Yeah, a month is a reasonable amount of time, and keep looking forward to the benefits. As long as you keep your blood work in check, it should continue to get better. Jack Jordan, awesome answer. I just wanted to know how long You felt your face burning, weird withdrawal effects. Oh man, the zapping, electric feelings, the burning things, those lasted for a good few weeks for me. Especially the slower the taper, the longer they last. Hacking depression. What has made the biggest impact on derealization dissociation for you? I don't know that you guys are gonna like this answer. For those of you that don't know, DPDR, it is it's this dreamlike state. It's this feeling that you're disconnected from your environment. I always tell people that I would liken it to being horribly sleep deprived, terribly hungover, and what else? I don't know. Let me just get back to the answer. Oh, cool. Got a super chat. All right, I will address that super chat in a second. Thank you so much. I did lose my spot though. I would say time. Sorry. Time made the biggest difference for me. And it's going to make the biggest difference for anybody, assuming you're patient and you work hard and you stay out of your own way. Time. That made the biggest difference. So we got a $2 super chat from the Card Shop Evansville. Thank you, bro. Your videos are 100% what got me on TRT. Thank you very much for the kind words. Thank you for supporting the channel through the super chat. And as you guys can see, that's how the super chat works. If you're wondering what the hell that is, it's just a way to get your comment noticed instantly. And then you can always ask a question or ask for a shout out or whatever you might want. I'm on your dime when you do that, and I appreciate it. So thank you. And I'm glad I was able to offer you anything with my videos. You make my life better. I appreciate you. Guitar 1991. Hey Noah, do you still get mood swings? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Everybody gets mood swings. What I will say is that I have less intense mood swings now. I'd say that like when I was at my worst, I had no idea if I was going to be ready to jump by dinner or feeling okay within an hour. You just never know. The more unbalanced I'd say that your mood is. But once your mood starts to regulate, then yeah, you have the ebbs and flows of life, but mood swings become much more manageable. Patrick Sturgill, even if you don't finish things, 5 minutes doing dishes, even, yeah, so he's giving other great advice about staying active, self-care, stuff like that. I love it. Where do you go? So Vaporizer 2, I've been on testosterone for 8 months. Will your penis grow bigger on testosterone? I have Klinefelter syndrome. I don't know what that is. I do not believe your penis will grow bigger. No, I think if anything, it might appear bigger because your testicles should get smaller. So that's all I could say in regards to that. I have another super chat from the Card Shop Evansville again. Thank you. I appreciate it, dude. Another $2 super chat. I appreciate that so much. The endo doesn't believe in E2 levels being a concern. What? So Evansville, the Card Shop Evansville, saying that his endocrinologist, which essentially is a hormone specialist, doesn't believe that affecting E2, which is your essentially your estrogen, should be a concern, and it very much should be. I am not a doctor. Please go do your homework on this. But when your E2, your estradiol, is out of whack when you're on testosterone, it can cause a host of side effects. I would get a second opinion on that. Oh. Did we lose? Did I lose you guys? Are we still there? Are we good? Sorry, it just told me I lost you guys. Hope I didn't lose you guys. Okay. My bad. Yeah, what was I saying? Assuming we're still alive, assuming this is still going okay. Yeah, your penis might look bigger, but it's probably not going to get bigger. Anish Dingra, I'm suffering from depression. It's been more than 4 years. Moved abroad to study. It got worse. Got back home to be with my family, but no one really understands my problem and depression. What should I do? I think you need to go find people that do understand. I think you need, if anyone's feeling like people don't get it, you're not wrong. You're not wrong mostly. Most people can't possibly understand something they haven't been through. And I think you and I could even admit that in other aspects of life, people are going through things, have seen things, experienced things, lived through things that you couldn't possibly understand, even if you consider yourself a more empathetic and emotionally connected person, right? So I think you need to carry, or I've always felt like I needed to carry that sort of thing into my life when it came to people not understanding. Now, when I was really fucked up, I got very resentful of the fact that no one understood, and that's just part of being in pain. But I think what you should do is keep that in mind, and beyond that, you need to go find your own support system. You need to go look for people that can validate your feelings, surround you with support while you're trying to heal, and forgive those that can't understand. Audrey, so confused. Patrick, you're right, but I had to make sacrifices, like shutting down Facebook, for example, was a bad thing. That was a downer. Yeah, that's setting boundaries. There's nothing wrong with getting off Facebook, getting off social media, setting boundaries for yourself. Anisha Dinger, thanks. Yeah, you got it. Pee Wee Herman, will I ever make true friends? Yeah, I believe you will. I think anyone who puts that sort of energy out in the universe that they want to make friends, that they want connection, will find that connection. Darren sings, hi, no. What's going on, Darren? The Allen 501, thanks. Yep, Paul Mark, hi, no. What's going on, Paul? Audrey, so confused. No, everything is okay. Cool. Patrick, Sturgill, I redid my Facebook, Audrey. Okay, cool. They're chatting. That's awesome. Rami, Adnan, do you play video games, Noah? No, not really. I used to play some Clash of Clans. I want to get back to it. Rafael Cordoba, I see you exercise, eat healthy, meditate, pray, have a channel, purpose, etc. I thought all that would fix any depression. What is your opinion on that? You know, I think having all the blessings in my life and the things that are going right now, this incredible opportunity to have this channel, to work with you guys, or to be a part of this in general, it means a lot to me. My fitness, my self-care, all the things you just mentioned, they're tools, right? They're just things that we can put in place, healthy things, good quality things that promote good mental health. But nothing is enough to completely overpower severe mood problems, in my opinion. Nothing. They just can help. They can aid the likelihood of those things not becoming or re-becoming part of your life. But there's no guarantees with mood problems. It's more just setting yourself up for success and buffering the chances. Yay! Where are we? Eggplant from Revel. Yeah, sure. Bill Banks. I play video games occasionally. Cool. Anna Scissors. I had a great 4 or 5 months having energy, not being actively depressed. Thoughts of suicide were non-existent. That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. It's such a relief when that shit goes away. Hey, having a rough time. Thank you for being here. You're such a calming person. It's nice of you to say. And this is so calming for me. Well, I'm in a calm mood right now for once, but Anna Scissors. And then out of the blue, I just sank again a couple weeks ago. Yeah, setbacks. Random setbacks with mood is like, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. So yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate random setbacks. It's the worst. Okay. Sorry, Williams. Thanks to you, I have learned to cope and build a life with depersonalization. Are you free from DPDR yet? Could I ever be free? If so, how can I build to that goal? You build to that goal. Well, yes, I'm free of DPDR, and that was probably the symptom, the depersonalization. That shit lasted with me longer than I feel like anything did, perhaps other than some low-grade anxiety that still comes out. But yeah, you can build to that goal, and the way you do that is continue to make sure that you're adding tools to your toolkit, to continue to make sure that you're doing something as often as possible that is going to complement your goals. Make it small, but build upon it. I read something once, and correct me if I'm wrong, but most people can't just wake up one day and be their best self. Most people can't just wake up one day and be totally different, despite having good intentions, despite wanting to. But what we can all do as people is we can, oh, there it is. Sorry. We can build habits. I mean, I can build a new habit every month, even if it's something small, and eventually we end up with a buttload of good habits that can help. Paul M., do you think SSRIs work well? I mean, I think they can. I think it depends on the person. I think there are risks involved, but work with your doctor. Make sure you understand the pros and cons, and then yeah, I want to say for some people they can. I've met people whom it has greatly helped. So, and it says I just keep constantly pressing the send button. Audrey, so confused. There's also cutting ties with friends and family that are not healthy, but creating new socializing methods by support groups. Beautiful. Bill Banks, how do I get through depression? It's a very complicated question. How do you get through depression? I think the fact that you're asking the question, you're showing initiative to find out. That's a start. Learn as much as you can about your depression. Get a support group. Set the intention to heal. Go see a professional. Find a support group. I said that already. See what you can control. Make sure you're controlling it. Be brave. Add coping mechanisms. Go to healingfromdepression.com. Check out great people on YouTube like Katie Morton, Scott from Depression to Expression. It's a good channel. Just keep looking. Keep trying new things. Don't give up. Walter Mall. Well, do you build a resistance? Do you have to increase doses as you age, regardless to get the effect? I'm assuming you're referring to testosterone. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, but someone should chime in. Berga, yo Noah, how does the thyroid medicine make you feel? Thyroid medicine, so I've got hypothyroidism. Assuming you are dialed in, assuming you've got your thyroid meds where they need to be, then they should make you feel really good. They should optimize the way you feel. But if you take too little, too much, you're going to have some side effects, and you'll know. Walter, or you same dose. I'm lower dose actually, you guys. So I'm much lower dose than I once was. Welcome to anybody else, by the way. We're like 36 minutes into this. If you guys are new, you just got here, you're wondering if I ever get to your question. I hate to keep reading this up because I probably sound like a dick, but feel free to use that super chat function, and I will definitely be able to see your message instantly. And thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Milad Latif, anyone with DP? Oh, okay. Vaporizer 2, I have Klinefelter syndrome. It affects your testosterone, so I have been on TRT for 8 months. Will your penis grow bigger in the next 2 years? I don't know, man. I hope so, if that's your goal. I'm not sure what that syndrome entails, but I can guess, and you can always chat with your doctor. Chat with your doctor. Milad Latif, anyone with DP here have constant repetitive mind chatter? I do. Berga, I have to start taking Synthroid. I'm nervous. Don't be nervous, just be cautious and go slow. Or be nervous, sorry, feel what you feel. Hannah JUC, it's been 5 months since I've started taking my SSRI for my depression and OCD. How do I know if I'm getting better? You know, I used to ask myself that question a lot, like, am I getting better? Someone would ask me, do you think you're feeling better? And I would analyze it and question it. And I would say, here's like my rule of thumb that I've learned for myself. I've learned this with other people. You know when you're not getting better. You really do. You know when you're getting worse, for example. So if anyone ever asks you, or you ever ask yourself, am I getting better? You're probably getting a little bit better. Just the fact that you're considering the fact that you might be getting better, or you're wondering, or someone else thinks you're acting better, and then you get asked the question, are you doing better? You probably are. It might be marginal, clearly, but you probably are. Bill Banks, how do you avoid people you don't like? Did we already answer that? I think we already answered that. Cassie Berry, hey Noah, I've been trying to get to you. All right. Well, you got to me, but you didn't ask a question when you got to me. Matthias, excuse me. Hi Noah, I suffer from anxiety, DPDR, and have a question for you. Do you think anxiety may be due to deterioration of the... I must have jumped back, guys. Or you're just asking the same question again, I see. Okay. Ooh, dang, the card shop Evansville is just dropping, he's dropping bombs. Okay, we're gonna interrupt the stream because we got another incredible super chat carrying the super chat load. My man, the card shop Evansville. My concern is the endocrinologist is on, thank you, of course, continuous thank you. My concern is the endo is on board with my TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy. My general practitioner was not. I was 197, which is low. That said, not monitoring my estrogen levels feels dangerous. I self-inject. Yeah, it does feel dangerous, and you can monitor. I feel like you should be able to monitor your blood work anyway. Anyone can request blood work. So I would freaking poach for a new doctor. I really, really would. I feel like you have to watch your blood level. What happens, guys, for that don't know, or perhaps who don't care, so I'm on testosterone. It's pretty widely understood on my channel that I take TRT. It's a prescribed therapy for guys like me who found out they were really low testosterone, even at a young age. And what happens when you take testosterone is your body can't always use all of it. And so it will convert the excess into estrogen, which is the primary female hormone, even though men obviously have it too. So the reason you want to be really careful at all costs when you're on testosterone and make sure you're not converting too much is so you avoid a slew of side effects. That's why some guys end up taking like an aromatase inhibitor. Anyway, the card shop, Evansville, a ghost. Do whatever it takes to make sure you can monitor your blood work. If that means hunting around for a doctor that'll take that more serious, then that's what you do. Or take the approach like, look, you work for me. You're the patient, right? So go to the doctor and say, you work for me. I don't have to be here, and demand what you think you need. And it's pretty reasonable. Very reasonable. All right, where were we? So Sam East, Noah, I noticed your test levels were 900 plus for multiple tests on your YouTube channel at 200 milligrams. Why didn't you adjust years ago? I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like I adjusted as soon as my doctor said it's time to adjust. I think there was like this part of her that was like, look, just because average, let's say for a 25-year-old is 750, you know, maybe being above average is not a bad thing. So I think some people look at like an average and say, oh, I want to be average. As long as you're not like blowing out of the range, I think being optimal could be potentially being a... Sorry, a buddy of mine just said that he can't see me. Better for someone could be higher. Excuse me for the interruption there. So I lost my train of thought so bad. So yeah, I don't know exactly. I don't quite remember why we didn't change sooner, but we lowered me eventually, you know. And I think part of that was understanding that I was nervous to change anything about my protocol because I'd been depressed for so long that I just wanted to go slow. Cassidy Berry, when you talk about tests, you always use T4 direct and nanogram NG, nanograms per deciliter. But what about free? Yeah, so free testosterone is more important than total. Most people just work off total, even doctors. Virgo, what about Synthroid? I don't know much about Synthroid. Patch and Sturgill. Anyone else having buffering issues? Crap. Did I put like the wrong setting? Is there a way that I can best for near real-time interaction with minimal playback? Okay, here. Oh, I can't change it, guys. We are where we are. I'll try. I did a best for highest quality viewer playbacks. Oh, for viewer playbacks. My bad, guys. I think I did choose the wrong one. That's my bad. I'm sorry. The card shop. I lost internet right as you were replying. Audio still confused. Yeah, buffering problems. No. Are you on wireless? Sorry, guys. I screwed up. Oh no! Everyone's having buffering issues. Bill Banks, how do you exercise if you have weak hands? Wear gloves. Veronica Franz, do you know anything about auditory? Hello?
Yo.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
But you can't see me?
Yep.
Still?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I'm live streaming right now, so everyone's watching me talk to you.
Oh, perfect.
I think I selected the wrong streaming optimization. I put normal latency for highest quality viewer playback instead of low latency for best near real-time interaction. I screwed up.
Got it. Well, just wanted to let you know what is coming through from my side of things.
My bad. Yeah, I screwed up.
I'm not going to log back on because I'm at Kenny and Zook's, but I just wanted to tell you that.
I'm so jealous of you right now.
Yeah, I'm about to get, I don't even know. What should I get? A club?
I don't know. I got to get back to the people that are still here. All right, bye. Oh, no. I can tell we're having major playback issues. Shoot, I'm sorry, guys. I'm very sorry. Shoot. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to it. It looks like, I know you guys are like, are you just going to sit there quiet and just ignore us? Like a dick. It looks like I screwed up there. I chose the wrong thing for the streaming options, and it will not let me change it in the middle. Well, we just got a super chat from Maynard Gonzalez for $2. Thank you so much. You didn't ask a question or anything, but I really appreciate the support. Thank you. Let's see. Veronica, do you know anything about auditory process? Veronica Franz, do you know anything about auditory processing disorder? I do not. I do not. I'm sorry. Cassidy Berry, yeah, buffering prop big time. Yeah. Avenger Vast Stage. Just keep refreshing your screen, you guys, if it goes out. Do you suffer from OCD or just have intrusive thoughts? I definitely suffer from pure OOCD with intrusive thoughts. Both. Very uncomfortable. But I mostly have it in check most of the time. Veronica Franz, wow, thank you. You're welcome. Tojasi Pine, do you plan to make any video on how to deal with impaired cognitive function due to depression? I mean, yeah, I feel like I probably have dealt with plenty of videos, on the topic of cognitive disruption due to depression, because depression affects the brain so much, obviously. So I'll continue to make videos. Please scroll through my old ones. Maybe one would help. Cassidy Berry, sorry to repeat, but would really like your thoughts on T3 versus T4 direct. You always talk about your direct. I see. So I don't really have a ton of opinion on T4, T3 direct. I think my doctor, Dr. Erica Zelfan, she wanted to start me on T4 because she felt it was a more natural way to get my T3 elevated. She wanted to see if it would make that response on its own. So I think it's just individuals, whatever your doctor thinks is best for you. Bill Banks, how do you strengthen your grip? Bar work. You can do dead hangs from a bar. You can get those little grippy things and work on in there. There's a lot of ways, but anything that you're actively holding on. OG Ulster, hey man, what's going on? Revel, what is the biggest driving force in your life that keeps you positive every day? Well, I'm not entirely positive every day, but I try to be grateful every day. I try to work towards something of value to me every day. But positivity can be a bit fleeting. I'd say my driving force is, God, that's such a great question. What is my driving force in my life? Keeps me positive. I think it's this incredible gratitude for just being alive still, for surviving my depression. My force is to not have gone through something in vain. My driving force is to be proud of myself every day and be able to look myself in the mirror and like who I'm seeing and to feel grateful for who I am and the opportunities I have. And I want to make my wife proud and I want to make my family proud. And I want to feel like I'm not wasting this life. I got so close to losing it that I just feel like I 100% have an obligation to fight and try. I don't want to look back and regret. Veyron Laxares, what is your height and weight? I'm 5'11", 207, maybe 209. System Lord, yes, buffering issues. No. Patrick, I think you're trying to send bitrate of 1080. Could probably bring that down to 720 and get a much bitrate. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can fix that. Settings, stream, general, advanced. I'll make sure I do better next time, guys. I don't know what to do to fix it for today. Video bitrate is 8.7. Video bitrate. Audio bitrate. Yeah, I must screw something up. All right. I went offline. Joey. So we just got a $1 super chat from Joey Landley. Big shout out to you, my friend. Thank you so much for that. I wish you'd asked a question with it, but sincerely, thank you from the bottom of my heart for anyone that is able to do that. That's incredible. I appreciate it, Joey, and I hope you're having a really good day, boss. Beata Beatrice, hey, what's up? It might be a bit better now. Good. Skeptical Steve, hey, did you ever feel pressure in your ears during depression, anxiety, or Klonopin withdrawal? What I had going on when I was withdrawing or coming off medication was I had tinnitus. So I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with tinnitus, but it fucking sucks. 010101 MSHA 101, some small improvements, but struggle with depression. I'm sorry, dude. And you know what? That's what depression is, you guys. Like, that's what mood disorders are. Small improvements, sometimes improvements so marginal that you don't even have a clue if they're working. You don't even know if you're getting anywhere. But you hope and you pray and you claw and you keep fighting anyway. But if that doesn't describe effing depression, I don't know what does. Ugh. Woof. Sweet Cherry Girl 201. What advice would you give to someone who goes to school with depression? Oh, that's so tough. I would say that if you're in primary school or high school under the age of 18, then find a safe space to communicate your depression, whether it be to a teacher, to a counselor. Let someone know that you're dealing with something, and most people will work with you. And then if you're older than that, make sure that whatever workload you've taken on is something that you think you can manage. And I would say that if you're actively depressed, then the most important thing in your life is to get better. The most important thing in your life is to get better. And so to honor that and give yourself time to heal. Oreo G gave me Adventures Big No-No. How do you release stress? I work out. I work out 5-6 days a week. It is the number one way I relieve stress, without a doubt. Patrick Sturgill still here off and on. Good. Simi Costa, hi, what's going on? System Lord 30 buffering issues. I know, dog. I'm sorry, guys, for the buffering issues. This will never, God willing, this shouldn't happen again. I will be more careful, I promise, with the buffering settings. I see what I chose for stream optimizations. I screwed up. The card shop Evansville, yeah, legit is saying to me that he has no interest in testing for preachy or any other point. Yeah, we talked about that. Just go fight for yourself, dog. Elijah Cummings, hey, no, what's going on, brother? Sorry, Williams, I'm here. Yeah! Anna Scissors, you're here, but there are buffering issues. Revel, tell us a joke. All right, I've got a joke. I'm going to screw this joke up, but I've got a joke. I'm going to screw this up. But someone just told me this joke, and I thought it was pretty funny. My bad. I just had to get someone off the channel. So, a preacher gives a sermon, and a new fella in the church is in the back listening to it, and he loves it. And afterwards, the guy listening to the sermon goes up to the preacher, and he says, "That was a damn good sermon. Thank you." And the preacher says, "Oh, well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the kindness. I just would rather you not use that language." And then the guy who was watching, who was previously cussing, I've already screwed up the flow of this joke. He goes, I donated, it was such a damn good service that I donated $5,000. And the preacher said, "No shit." God, that was a terrible joke. I got to work on my joke giving abilities. I got to give better jokes. That was terrible. Maynard Gonzalez just donated another $2, another $2 super chat. Thank you. I have this bad feeling that you're dropping super chats, which is so great. And maybe you dropped a question and I just didn't notice. I'm gonna go peeking for that real quick. Billy Johnson, Wagwan, my man, Wagwan and my man. Okay, it's funny. How are you this fine day? From Donald Davison. I'm good, man. I'm good. Sundays are like, they're a good day. They're a day for my wife and I to kind of reset. I get my home in order on Sunday. I drink extra coffee. Sundays are a good day, so I'm doing well. And I hope you're having a good day. Elijah Cummings, everyone around me is having fun and I should be having fun as well, and yet I'm spaced out, feeling distant. What the fuck is wrong with me? What's wrong with you is that you put pressure on yourself to be a certain type of way. I think you do something that all of us do, Elijah, and I respect you just being so honest and saying it that way, is that you're analyzing yourself a lot and you're thinking about why you're responding a certain way and you're judging yourself. And I've done that. I do that. I certainly did it a lot in the past. You're demanding explanation of yourself. You're demanding a certain way of being or acting. You're putting rules on it. If you don't feel good, just don't feel good. And I'm not saying that that's a good thing to feel bad. I'm just saying it's okay. And you don't have to be any other way. I understand, like all of us, we want to fight to feel good. We want to fight to feel well. We want to be in the moment. We want to have fun. But don't pressure yourself to feel a certain type of way if you don't. Just give yourself some credit and maybe you'll come more natural. Billy Johnston, mate, you're a tank. I'm trying. I'm out here trying to be a tank. Thank you. Zaman Khan, what is the process of coming out of depression? The process of coming out of depression is putting as many tools in your toolkit and working as many positive things at once and waiting for something to stick. Through self-care, through prayer, meditation, through counseling, through potential medication, certainly through supplementation, through time. And just the process is to start the process and keep going no matter what. Billy Johnston, geez, look at those ads. My man's been grinding. Trying. Hey, we just got a super chat. Dude, man, you're burning up. You're burning up dough. Thank you. It's weird. It's just, here's my insecurity, and I see someone being so generous and doing another super chat, and I was just sitting here feeling like, oh, not worthy. All right, let's get to it. Let's do it. Okay, let's address the super chat. The Card Shop Evansville, you are helping me be able to take my wife on a date tonight. That's for sure. Man, he says, do you find on injection days, thank you for the super chat, guys. And for anyone who's new, who's just getting here, and I keep saying this, but I just feel like I feel like I should. The way this gentleman is just killing it with the super chat is he's donating to the channel and is putting his questions up to the top, and I will always honor that because it's just a huge blessing and it's very much appreciated. The Card Shop Evansville says, do you find on injection days that your workouts are better? You feel stronger, lift heavier with more ease? I don't know if psychosomatic or real gains. I do not notice any difference on my injection days. I think it's one of those things. It's mostly psychosomatic. It's not like adrenaline. It's not like it's not even like taking something. I bet you get a lot more out of your workout if you were on Adderall. Testosterone is slow. It slowly works in your bloodstream, and the effects of testosterone are more based on a steady state being higher long enough for therapeutic benefits. So like you hear stories all the time of guys who are on testosterone for like 6 weeks before they notice any improvement. So look, that being said, the power of the mind is huge. Don't let me burst your bubble, my man. Like if you take I definitely, how about this? If I I haven't taken my shot in a couple weeks because I'm out. It's at the pharmacy now, so I can go get it. But I ran out and I made a video about why, and so I've just been off it for a couple weeks. And in my head, I'm like wondering if it's going to affect me. I'm wondering if it's going to make me perform worse. Am I going to start feeling more depressed? Whatever. And in small windows, no, I don't think it affects anything. I killed this whole last week in the gym. Had an incredible week, and I've been off for a couple weeks, so. Long story long. And again, thank you for the super chat. I'm very grateful to you. And all of you for being here. Just so everyone knows. There's 31 people here. Donald Davison, what is your name? My name is Noah Thomas. But on YouTube, I wound up with the name Big No-No. How did you end up with the name Big No-No, you ask? Well, I'll tell you, since you asked me. In high school, before I was even remotely big, and by the way, I don't think I'm like a big guy. There are monsters out there. I'm not. But in high school, I was playing basketball, relatively good at basketball, played all through high school, and I had like this game where I was killing it. And I think I had like 38 points, 36 points, something like that. And one of my teammates, who was hilarious, just said, oh, Big No-No. That's just what he called me. Boom. From that day forward, people started calling me Big No-No. Ironically, ended up getting a bit stronger and bigger as I got older. And now, like, I low-key look like, I could be, like, Big No-No to a point. Oof, I got a little douchey at the end. Elijah Cummings, please read my comment. I got you, dog. I got you. Billy Johnson, how's it going, man? Good, Billy. How's it going for you? I like your energy. I dig your energy, Billy. I can just tell. Matt Wright, are you really live now? Yes, I'm live. There might be a lag, but I'm live. Milad Latif, hey, Noah, looking good. Thanks, man. Good, I'm glad you can see me. You guys, but I've got my own live stream buffering here on the side. So I'm refreshing the screen. It seems to do better and better. Yeah, so Billy Johnston. Billy, you can't use language like that, bro. Can't use language. I gotta send you a message. You definitely can't use language like that. Please, not here. But hopefully it was just you just joking or something like that, and no worries. But otherwise, please don't use language like that. Donald Davidson, yo blood, Wug One. What is that? What's the Wug One thing? Oh man, that's funny. I don't know if you're saying what's the business was good, but I like that. I might have to use that. Moretz. Moretz, how's it from South Africa? Started watching your alcohol vids years ago. Dang, South Africa. Sorry about that. Probably should have done a South African accent. I've been to South Africa airport. Been to South African airport. Hold that thought because we just got another super chat. Thank you so very much. And let's see, who did we get a new super chat from? Patrick Sturgill. Patrick says, can you make a... Thank you, by the way, for that really awesome, generous super chat, Patrick. Thank you, sincerely. And he says, can you make a vid at what you just said at being okay to... Let me see if I'm reading this right. I want to make sure I don't misunderstand this. Can you make a vid at what you just said at it being okay to feel the way you feel? Sick lots, don't seem to get better, pain or illness, it's always something. Can you make a vid at what you just said and it being okay to feel what you feel? You're sick lots, you don't seem to get better. Yeah, I definitely can make a vid about that. I certainly can. And, you know, I guess I already said what I was going to say about it, so there's nothing to reiterate. But I'm going to make a note right now. And I would love to make a video on that topic. It's a good topic, and I appreciate it. Appreciate you bringing that up. Just give me 1 second. Make a video. Don't pressure. Okay, noted. Patrick, you got it. I'll definitely make a video on that. It's a great topic. It's a great topic. And I will say, before we get back to the questions, I will definitely say that, you know, it's definitely important for all of us to give ourselves some leeway, give ourselves some time, give ourselves permission to feel whatever we feel. But I don't think it's a good idea if any of us start giving ourselves permission to stop fighting, give ourselves permission to stop trying to be a better version of ourselves, to be a healthier, happier version of ourselves, or just to decide that because of everything we're going through, we can't. And that's just that. Don't create set things, or I try not to create set things about myself that are, you know, unchangeable things. Like, I have to be depressed. I just don't believe that to be the case. By the way, guys, every time my computer, so I'm watching this on my own laptop, I'm watching it back, I'm just have it going here silently just to see how the stream is going for you guys, because you guys said it's getting so fucked up, pardon my language. Anytime I start having like buffering issues, if I refresh the screen, it appears to do a lot, and I mean a lot better. So for whatever that's worth. All right, let's get back to it. Haley Rankin, are you at all religious or spiritual? I want to be. I feel like I must be. I believe in prayer. I grew up in church. I pray. I just don't know what I'm praying to. Like, I'm scared to define it. But I'm on my knees when I wake up. I'm praying to something. I'm asking for hope and guidance. I'm asking for help. Because I don't want to not use any tool available. And I know I'm small. Like, I'm just like this small being. I'm just so small. This universe is so big. And yeah, I think the older I get, the more I want to explore all that. That's for sure. French ruler, is depersonalization the same as cognitive impairment or brain fog? I know that brain fog is an aspect of depersonalization. I don't really know. I mean, I know what cognition is, you know, I know what cognitive function is, but in cognitive impairment sounds so general. It just sounds like having like issues with your brain. I'm not sure. I'm sorry you waited so long to hear me just say I'm not sure. Debbie Brown, hi from the UK. How's it going, Debbie? Joey Landoli, hey Noah, I've been watching you for a while. I've been in a derealized state for over a year. Fuck, that sucks. Straight now. Good. Oh, a year straight now, I see. A doctor has finally diagnosed me with Lyme disease. You definitely helped me. So I met someone that had Lyme disease, and when they got that treated, a lot got better. I'm glad I could help you in whatever way that I might have been able to. I hope you know that you definitely help others just by sharing that here. You help me expand my understanding of things, so thank you. 1_moose_1animal. Oh, Manny Roseberg. Hello, sir. How's it going, Manny? One moose, one animal. I like cheese. That's awesome. I too like cheese. Thank you for sharing that. Anna Jayosi. It's been 5 months since I started taking my SSRI. My depression. How do I know if I'm getting better? So I think that was a repeat question. We already got to that. Rich Tuttle. I came off SSRI cold turkey and was one of the worst things I ever did. Hell for 3 odd weeks. Had sudden shocks in my head. Shocks for me for 6. Have you ever stopped suddenly? I have. I've come off medications in general. I've come off medications in general, and people just need to be careful. Everyone just needs to be careful coming off of any psychoactive drug, whether it be a benzodiazepine, an SSRI, an SNRI, a tricyclic, an antipsychotic, whatever. If you're on a powerful, potent medication that affects the brain, you need to understand what happens when you stop. You need to be careful and go slow and work with a doctor. Rusty Hound. Sometimes when depression is real bad, I hate walking around outside and seeing others have fun. I can even hate them for it. Then I start hating myself because I don't like feeling that way. I totally get that. I totally get that, Rusty Hound. When I was really bad off, the days that bothered me the most were sunny days. Any day that was sunny, I resented. I loathed sunshine because I didn't feel sunny. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel warm. I didn't really feel anything. And I would just see this sun as this representation of everything that used to be, this previous life that was so far in the rear view. It was like a mirage. It was like a dream. And I would see people outside having fun and enjoying themselves, and I would resent them too. And I don't think there's any real way around that. I don't think it almost makes me want to cry because it was just so uncomfortable, and I remember that feeling so much. That the way you worded that really brought me back. I hated myself in general because I thought I was done. I didn't think I was ever going to come back, and so they were just this reminder of this life I don't have anymore, you know. And so where am I going with this? I can just relate. And I'm sorry that you're feeling that way. And I think that's why it's also, you know, on a perhaps more useful note, I think it's really important that there are people that you can be miserable around and that can handle your misery and don't have any expectations of your behavior. I have people like that, and I'm blessed to have people like that. My little brother Luke's like that. My wife's like that. I have friends like that. My roommate Reed's like that. If I'm in a bad space, I'm just in a bad space, and I can be miserable with them, you know. And I remember avoiding people that seemed inherently happy. I guess I'll end it here. Not the live stream. I'm kicking it. I'm having fun right now. But I will say that it definitely ends up being more powerful to be around people that are having fun than you might think. Sometimes you just can't, and I get that. But other times, it's sort of what you need, not what you want. Give their positivity and happiness a chance to permeate even 1% of you, and it might make it a little less painful. Audrey, so confused. T changes to estrogen. You go from watching Rambo to beaches and you know something's up. Yeah. Micah Lenos, do you donate blood to keep your blood work in good range? No, I don't. I've had that question before. I need to bring it up to my doctor. Because my red blood cells are they're still normal, but they elevated a little bit on TRT. Katie, talking to Anna Jowsey, cool. Revel, what could be the reason for high prolactin in males? You know what? Let's Google it. What causes high prolactin in males? Prolactinoma. What else can cause elevated prolactin levels? There are a few conditions other than prolactinomas that can be associated with hyperprolactin, whatever. Causes of high prolactin level medications such as serotonin reuptake inhibitors, so SSRIs, sounds like psych meds can possibly call it, pregnancy, kidney disease, chest trauma, stress can increase prolactin in the body. All right, that's pretty good. Thanks, Google. I think we'll build off that. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Okay. All right. Welcome everyone who's tuning into this. We're an hour and 10 minutes into this. I'm having a great time. I don't know how far behind I am on questions at this point. It's got to be a ways, but I'm going as fast as I can. I appreciate you guys. JD Fritz, what up, Noah? What is up? Hotade. Fritz, what's going on? Bryce Perkins, hey man, you've helped me more than you know with figuring out my DPDR. I'm slowly starting to get better. However, recently, PS, does low T cause anxiety and depression? Because my DR is kind of bad due to anxiety. Yes, the symptoms and side effects of testosterone deficiency very much mimic, mirror, and replicate many of the symptoms of mood disorder. That's why I say, here's a disclaimer, by the way, if you just tuned in or you've been here a while, everybody, in my opinion, everybody needs to find out how their blood work is, period. If you're even slightly worried about the way you're behaving, acting, feeling, the way your body's responding, find out if you have a hormonal or easily identifiable blood work issue. Identifiable. Andre Cotofan, testosterone patch. I've just never used it. I've been so set in my ways with what I've been doing with my testosterone replacement therapy. But if it works for you, that's great. I don't know a ton about it. Adam Jacobs. If you are in shape, could HCG cause weight gain if you don't follow the HCG diet? I don't know. That's a really good question, and I'm going to look into that. Oreo G Gaming Adventures. Big no-no. I'm a 16-year-old teenager. Should I bulk up? I think as a 16-year-old teenager, you should start developing good habits for exercise. Don't worry about bulking or cutting. Figure out how to move safely, move well, and move consistently. If you can get yourself consistently following some protocol, let's say for a few months, part of your routine, part of your structure, then, and only then, do I think it's really that big a deal for you to decide if you want to cut, bulk, whatever. Start getting active, then decide. That's just one bro's opinion. Patrick, it's okay. I just like to bring up those things for future video sessions. Audio and buffering is hard to know about if you're not watching on us. Yeah. True. True chains. Oh. Oh. All right, where are we at? Where my dogs at? Robbie Edwardson. Shout out to Robbie Edwardson. It's one of my best friends in this world. I love you, buddy. Come here. It's not weird if it's consensual. Brian Sigmund, home CrossFit gym, what are the essentials? I'd say the essentials for a home CrossFit gym are probably a rack, a barbell, and some weights. Most everything else you can, like a pull-up bar or something like that. Most everything else you can make do. But get a basic rack and a barbell with some weights. Rusty Hound, any tips on how to get pure OCD or intrusive thoughts in check? Golly. So one thing I can say that's really helped me with what has been easily the most lingering, damning, and shitty part. Ooh, we got a super chat. I will check that out in 2 seconds. Thank you for whoever just sent that. We're going to dig into whatever it is that you have to say. I appreciate you. To finish this question first, one of the tips that I had was to not... Okay, here's this. Sorry, I have a lot of thoughts. If you struggle with obsession, ruminating thoughts, repetitive thoughts, pure OCD, or just deep rumination, one of the best things that ever helped me was to remember that part of feeding into those thoughts is that they make you question your identity. They make you question who you are. You need to see them as something you cannot control, and there's freedom in that. There's freedom in not being able to control what you're thinking, because then you don't have to associate meaning and reasoning to them. You can't control your thoughts, and so you just have thoughts. What you're supposed to do, which is more like a mindfulness practice, is these thoughts come through, and they move right past. You don't figure out why you were thinking them. You don't try to understand what greater purpose they could have for you, what they mean for you. Nothing. And you understand that you can't control them. Another thing I will say before I move on, because this is a subject that's near and dear to my heart, it's made me feel suicidal in the past, being so obsessed, it is that the more you research these thoughts, the more you plug into Google and libraries, please, and just ask other people, beyond initial stuff, you're going to make it worse. There's nothing that you're going to read about or find out that's going to satisfy you about this. What's more important is to learn about how to deal with pure OCD or rumination, as opposed to why you're ruminating over something in particular. I'm going to get off my soapbox, but that's how I feel about that. And let's get to that awesome super chat. Frenchie the Ruler, donated $5 to the channel. Thank you. Thank you so much. Depression caused me to get severely overweight. What do you suggest for getting back into consistent workout regimen? So I gained a lot of weight as well. I gained a lot of weight as well when I was depressed. Initially, I lost a bunch, but then I started binge eating for comfort. It's pretty normal. And I got very heavy. I got up to almost 250 pounds, and I felt terrible. I felt terrible. So for getting back into consistent workout regimen, I think the most important thing that any of us can do when we're trying to figure out how to get from point A to point B is to realize that micro steps, micro changes will compound and make for pretty miraculous transformations. So in a less douchey way, I would say that you need to discover what is something that you're willing to do consistently. Don't try to change everything at once. You're not going to lose 10 pounds overnight. You're not going to lose 5 pounds overnight. What you need to do is decide what can you do tomorrow, the next day, and the next day with physical activity. So your workout regimen, make it reasonable. Start it off with something that's tangible, bite-sized, you can do, no pun intended, bite-sized. Going for a walk. Basically, what can you be consistent with? That's how you start. So explore different training methodologies. For me, it's CrossFit. Look into bodybuilding. Look into group exercise options like walking clubs, running clubs, weightlifting clubs, stuff like that. Figure out if you're better alone. Figure out if you're better in a community. But what can you be consistent at? Figure out what changes you're willing to make at a time and get good at those changes. So I might suggest that you first decide something you're going to do every day. For you, like I said, I don't know what your situation is, but that could be going for a bike ride. That could be going for a walk. That could be going for a swim. But get into the habit of making these sort of healthy habits. Then figure out what eating plan might work for you. I just started intermittent fasting. 8 on, 8 eating, 16 hours not eating. And experiment and figure it out from there. I know I just said a lot and it probably sounded like I didn't say anything at the same time, but I want to make good on your donation and see if I can offer you help. For me, I remember doing P90X at first, and that worked for me to start. It got my body more fit. It got me more used to the habit of working out. And from there, I migrated to the gym because I wanted to be around people. And from there, I found CrossFit because I wanted something new and I wanted a community. Start your journey somewhere and give yourself credit for little things and see what works for you. But know that you're not going to feel like it a lot of the time. And that's okay because you're going to go anyway. So continue to really work on your mindset when it comes to the power of what it can do for you. Nothing is more powerful, in my opinion, than a consistent workout regimen, no matter what you get into. I hope that helped. I know it was convoluted, and I know I just said a whole bunch of different things, but I believe in you. And thank you for asking that question. Where the heck are we? Where the heck are we? Okay, I think we're on Anna Scissors. How do I start lying to my friends and family about my state and still not look like poor little Anna to them? How do I start lying to my friends and family? I really want to be open about my depression. Maybe you may say stop lying. How do I stop lying to my friends and family about my state and still not look like poor little Anna to them? I really want to be open about my depression, my state, but I just keep living in these. Keep living two lives. Okay, I think I get it. I think the road to honesty is a pretty black and white one. I think you guard things that aren't necessary. I think we all have to decide, do they need to know this? Does it benefit them to know this? Does it benefit you for them to know this? But I think the more you challenge other people with your honesty, the more honesty you end up getting out of them, the more deep your connections end up being. And you should probably work on not being emotionally motivated by their response. Being codependent is a very tricky thing. I'm someone who struggles with codependency, with enabling and being enabled. And there's a chance that you're codependent to your family, like most of us are when we care about people. And you have to reestablish that. Look up and learn about codependency and start practicing simple bits of honesty all the time. And it'll just get easier and easier. Anna says stigma about depression is such a huge issue. Remember, guys, if you're having buffering issues, I screwed up on the streaming thing. Just refresh your screen. It seems to help because I'm watching on the side. And I apologize for that. It's probably really annoying for a lot of you guys. Yeah, depression has a huge issue. Stigma about depression is huge. And how do we break down stigma, guys? We continue to talk about it. You don't hide it. I'm not saying when a stranger says, how are you? You tell them your life story. But if you have the opportunity to be truthful about what you're going through, you wouldn't believe how many doors that can open up for other people to be honest about what they're going through. Okay. Jesse Daniel, I just relapsed after 200 days sober from alcohol. It's been 2 weeks and I feel lost now and I don't know what to do. If I tell anyone, I'll lose everything I have, 3 kids and a fiance. Jesse, that's heavy, man. It's very heavy. I'm sorry that you lost that sobriety. It sounds like it was very important to you and very, very necessary, perhaps. I mean, I think you look yourself in the mirror, you find out if you like who's looking back at you, and you go make a decision today that you're going to do something different. If you haven't hit bottom yet, that's a massive luxury. And slip-ups happen. Relapse happens. When it comes to substance, when it comes to mood problems, when it comes to goals, you're going to make mistakes. And I think it's important for you to understand that it doesn't take away from the 200 days you got. Those were yours. They didn't just vanish into thin air. And if you have a reason to be sober and if you have something to fight for, it should be you first. You can still dust yourself off and keep fighting. It doesn't have to redefine you. You can still be sober Jesse Daniel if that's the person that Jesse wants to be. Mourn the loss of that sobriety time. Mourn it. You don't have it anymore, but it doesn't mean it wasn't there. And get back to work, my friend. Cassidy Berry. Thank you. Made me feel good to hear my name on your channel after watching for so long. Anyway, reason I ask is 2 years ago, my T4 was decent, 700, but T3 was 6.8 with reference range of 9.6 to interesting. So your T4 is decent, your T3 is bad. So did they end up giving you, that's why I started. Do you feel that is correct? Yeah, I feel like that is correct. I'm assuming that's why they give you like a T3 also. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Nope, we are all caught up. Good. Forgive me, guys. Let's see where we're at. Cassidy Berry. Oh, Brian Sigmund. Home CrossFit Gym. Okay, I already answered that one. Bassett for Life. Hi, I'm Kay. Thank you so much for your videos on depersonalization. You're very welcome. Thank you guys all for being here, kicking it with me. It's a Sunday. We're just hanging out. I'm having so much fun. There's 29 of us currently here right now. If you haven't dropped a comment, I was about to say please do, but I understand that that's taking me a while to get through all of them. But get involved in general. It makes it a lot more fun for everybody. Let's see if I can speed up for once. And what is the best, most productive? This is the best and most productive live stream I've ever seen. Thank you. I want to get better at this. There's got to be a way. Joey Landoli. I've been isolated in derealized state for over a year now. A doctor has finally diagnosed me with Lyme's. All right, we talked about that memory shot. I don't see the point in living anymore. Any advice? Joey. Hey, now I recognize you because you dropped a super chat. Joey's been isolated in derealized state for over a year. Doctors finally diagnosed Lyme disease, but my memory is shot, so I don't see a point in living anymore. Any advice? My advice to you is to not give a shit what you think about Joey. My advice to you is to not trust or worry about your outlook right now. It's a product of the pain you're in, and that's fair. You've earned that pain. It's fucking yours. I'm not trying to tell you not to feel it. What I am trying to tell you to is not to put too much weight into it. Future you will appreciate the fact that current you is surviving, and maybe that's all you can do right now. And maybe that's the ugly truth about all this whole mental health thing is sometimes there are no sexy playbook. There's no sexy playbook to this. You just survive. And Joey, you need to survive right now. Just because you can't see the point doesn't mean there is a point. That doesn't mean that there's not a point. I believe there's a point for you. And I think the fact that you're writing this means there's something firing inside you that believes there's a point too. You just don't know what that point is. So here's something that might help you, and I'll move on. But when I didn't believe I'd get better, I talked about it a lot. If I had family here on this live stream with me, they'd be happy to tell you how many times I brought up that I wasn't going to live, I wasn't going to make it, I was going to die. I feel so bad, I'll never feel good. And I just said it over and over and over again because I was in pain. And someone once said to me, do you believe you're going to get better? I said, no. He said, okay. Do you believe that I believe that you are going to get better? And naturally, I said yes, because I really did believe that he believed it. This guy he just knew I was going to get better. And he said, well, I'm going to hold your belief for your wellness for you. I'll believe for the both of us until you come around. I thought that was really weird at the time. But what it did was it freed me of expectations. It let me just suffer and be brave and try to get through it while other people held on to my wellness. So listen, long story long, Joey, I believe you can get better. I believe in your wellness. I believe you have a purpose. I believe that you're needed. And I'll hold on to it until you can see it again for yourself, okay? Continue to work on that Lyme disease. I'm not sure what the treatment protocol is, but I imagine it is one of the biggest reasons you're hurting. Steve Thomas. Hey, Noah, I just thought I'd drop in for a bit. I hope you and everything's okay. Yeah, Steve, I think everything's definitely okay. I mean, I'm living and learning. I'm getting used to this whole being a full-time YouTuber thing, which is way different. But I'm blessed. I'm good. Thank you. I hope you're well. 14,639,229 views says, what do you think about Clomid for HRT? I've been on Clomid 25 milligrams for a bit over a month and went from 313 nanograms per deciliter to 720 in about a month. But oh, geez. We just got a massive super chat. Jeez. Okay, I'm really excited to dig into that in a second. Thank you to whomever did that. I'm excited to just shout you out in a second. That's awesome. Okay, where was I? Oh, so your testosterone went to 720 in about a month, but I feel almost exactly the same. I really want regular TRT. So I've heard that Clomid can be a nice PCT sort of thing. It can be like a bridge, but it's not necessarily the most ideal thing to have long term. Or so I've heard. I'm not a doctor. I've just got a man degree. Anyway, the fact that you feel your numbers are better, but maybe you don't feel better right away, that's not uncommon. I wouldn't stress that so much. There are dudes that immediately start taking 200 milligrams a week when they start their testosterone replacement therapy, and a month in, they don't feel almost any different at all, even though their blood work shows that it's elevated. That steady state has to get higher and stay higher for quite some time. For example, I felt better month 3 than I did month 1. I felt better month 6 than month 3. So try not to sweat or have too many expectations anywhere near the early going of why you don't suddenly feel better. It's a piece of the puzzle, by the way. Getting your hormones regulated is just this powerful piece of the puzzle. It is not this be-all, end-all. So adjust expectations. And then, yeah, I think long-term it would make more sense to be on regular TRT. Fight for a provider that's willing to do that. Your numbers are better. And you'll also want to keep track of your other aspects of your blood work too. All right, let's get to this crazy super chat. Oh, JD, did you not drop a question, dog? So all I can see is the name JD. JD Fritz just donated $20. Worthy of a handful of questions, and my man didn't leave me any. He's probably like, dude, you know who I am. So I'm gonna like, JD Fritz. I'm like trying to, there you are. What up, Noah? Okay, JD, I must be tripping on who this is. I must know who this is. Well, JD, that's powerful, man. Thank you. That's crazy. All right, well, my man JD didn't leave a question. I'm hoping you have access to me in other ways and you reach out and we get a chance just to chat. But thank you guys. I want everyone to know I love JD. Thank you so much for that. That's powerful. Yeah, that blesses me, and I thank you. And honestly, it's the kind of thing that makes it so I can just stay on here and I keep doing what I love and keep chatting with you guys. So that's cool. Thank you, JD. And drop a question, my man. I will find it. I will answer it. You are the super chat goat so far for the day. Actually, you'll be in competition with the card shop, Evansville. Anyway, guys, let's get back to it. Enough gushing over really generous, badass people. Let's see, where are we? Maynard Gonzalez. I've been getting off an SSRI and the withdrawals are terrible. I've had very bad memory issues, very bad brain fog, which is scary. Did you suffer this too? Yes, Maynard, I definitely suffered with those things when I was coming off SSRIs. Stay brave, stay focused, cause and effect. You know what's happening. That should give you some solace, some comfort, and just keep going, brother. Xavier Ducky, I failed my junior year of high school and currently repeating junior year. I'm afraid of it will just happen again. And it's just snowballing. There's just such a lack of resources for mental health in schools. Yeah, there really are. And I'm so sorry. And look, try not to dig past today. I understand that if it happened to you once, you're worried it's going to happen again. Look what you might be able to do different. Find bite-sized little things, in my opinion, right? Small little things you can start adjusting with your daily habits. Maybe dedicate a little more time to your studies if you can. Continue to find support for your mental health. And know that what happened before doesn't have to dictate what happens forward. I've had so many multiple opportunities, right? So many chances on things, and I'm grateful for that. I've needed those chances. So this is just another opportunity for you to grow and learn about yourself and accomplish this, and I believe you can. Jesse Daniels, Noah, please just word of encouragement would mean a lot. I'm alone in my battle against alcohol addiction, depression, anxiety. I can't tell anyone. Well, you're out here telling us, dude, and that's good. And I already addressed you, so I know you already heard me talk on this, but nothing but love and support for you. Go fight for what's yours. Maynard Gonzalez, hey, bro. First off, you helped me a lot when I was at my lowest. I just go out for drives and listen to your videos. Man, they really give me hope for recovery. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Guys like you reaching out give me tremendous hope as well. You have no idea. Man of Metro, my girlfriend just broke up with me. Doom. And it's making my depression worse. What should I do? Please know that losing relationships, losing jobs, loss of life from those you care about, these are the most triggering things for depression, anxiety, and mood problems. I mean, I think you're going to have to go through the stages of grief, and I think especially men, it seems, ladies, correct me if I'm wrong, but especially men need to be very careful not to use these sort of things like a breakup, which first of all, fuck, I'm sorry, dude, come here. Get in here. I just gave you an internet hug, and I meant it. We need to be careful as men and women too, but I can only speak for what's hanging between my legs. We need to be careful to not use these sort of things as an excuse to self-destruct. You have a future you to look out for. You've got a future woman to look out for. You've got a boomerang effect with her if she ever comes back and it's a healthy relationship, depending on how you respond to this. So be traumatized, be hurt, feel the pain, but don't use it as a jumping off point to now you're going to destroy your whole life. Get support, acknowledge your feelings, don't act like they're not there. Try not to drink them away if you happen to be one of those guys that turns to alcohol when you feel bad. And I'm just sorry, man. It's going to hurt for a bit. There's no way around it. Xavier Ducky. Luckily, I have a teacher who's also my coach that I'm comfortable talking to. That's amazing, Xavier. Milk Me TV. Favorite NFL team? Go Eagles. Probably the Seahawks because I'm a Pacific Northwest guy. But you guys are probably going to think this is funny. Probably I'm going to keep using the word probably a lot. Probably. When I was a kid, my dad wouldn't let me play football. My mom and dad would not sign the damn consent form no matter what. They just wouldn't do it. And I hated that because I was relatively athletic and I wanted to play and they wouldn't let me. And so what did I do once I couldn't play? I basically just got angry and butthurt with the whole entire thing. And I didn't want to be a part of it. And I took it very personal. So I didn't learn about it. I know none of you probably give two shits about this story, but I didn't learn about football, therefore I don't really have too much interest in it. I'll watch it with my boys if they want to watch it. I certainly watch the playoffs, but it's like, if you haven't played football, I think you miss some of the nuances of the sport other than like a big run or something like that. Milk Me TV, by the way. What a player! What's cracking, Milk Me TV? The Jodan Baker fan. I've been in a debilitating, awful state, much like what you've described on your channel for 2 years now. Checked my T, 190, and I had to fight just to get it checked. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry you've been suffering. You do have to fight to get it checked. You do have to fight for your wellness. It sucks. It's really, really annoying because doctors make it harder than it should be, I feel like. We're down to 18 people watching. I'm not sure if maybe that's my cue that maybe it's time we wrap this up. I'd like to make it to 2 hours. I mean, I was about to say if that's okay with you guys. And I also want to acknowledge that there's probably a lot of you just waiting very patiently and it's taking me a long time to work through these questions, but I am trying my hardest. I swear I could probably stand to not babble so much. Yeah, fight for your wellness, guys. Fight for your wellness. Get what you need. Make the doctors work for you. I had to beg all but plead to get my blood work done. All right. Milk Me TV. You ever check out my pituitary tumor MRI on my Instagram? I don't think so, but I'll go looking for it, my dude. Delphos, please research transcranial direct current stimulation. It can cure and relieve depression. People should know about it. All right, I will. I did RTMS. I don't know if that's the same thing, but I will look this up, and maybe I can get someone who knows a thing or two about it to make a video, and we can spread the good word. TDCS. TDCS. Learn about it. Possibly make a video. My buddy Mark sent me a Snapchat. Mark! I've got an Irish friend named Mark, you guys, and he sends me Snapchats. He doesn't sound like this. I've got a terrible Irish accent. It's cartoony. Please research. Okay, Bill Banks, how do I learn not to give a fuck? You know what? I think not giving a fuck gets easier the older you get, but I don't think it's inherently natural to completely not give a fuck what anyone thinks. I think it's important to have people you like, you care about, who have your best interest at heart, and who are like models to you, who are successful to you, who are people that you think you can stand to know, benefit to know. I think it's okay to care to an extent what those people think, because it can be a good reflection. But I definitely think it's important, this is something I have to work on all the time, not to care too much about white noise from people who don't know you, can't possibly offer you anything, and don't have anything to receive from you. I have this interesting, I think being on YouTube is a very interesting thing. Very weird. Cool in a lot of ways, but very weird and potentially shitty in other ways. And I'll explain really quick here. But I have people all the time write me comments and messages. And it's a very good thing. It's a very cool thing, but it can be a little dangerous at times because people project their feelings on me a lot. And that's what I'm doing here, I guess, in video, so fair is fair. But sometimes people say some really intense shit to me, like not intense like they're talking about what they're going through, but like they just say some foul shit to me, some mean stuff to me, and occasionally I'll take it really personal and I'll start questioning myself and like anyone, you know, I struggle with self-esteem sometimes, and I struggle with how I see myself, feeling worthy, feeling smart enough, feeling like I'm a good person. And so I've had to really thicken my skin up a little bit and remember that I can't control what people think, and as long as I feel like I'm being true to myself, and then I have a few people anchoring me to what's right and wrong, I got to go from there. Boy, that was a diatribe. I think if everyone knew how to not give a fuck, it would be a lot better, though, in general. Jesse, Daniel, I'm sorry. I'll leave. Good luck, Noah. Honestly, you've helped me a lot. No, I mean, Jesse, I didn't want you to leave or whatever, but yeah. 14639299. Okay, someone's chatting with someone else. Good. The Jonah and Baker fan. And once you go to inpatient psychiatry care, no doctor will take you seriously. Yeah, I mean, I was inpatient. I got put in the psych ward. I think it was a pretty good thing for me. It was scary, but ended up ultimately being helpful, I think. Can you answer my question about Clomid, please? I think I did. Let's see. Bill Banks. How to not care what people think about me. Where you just address that. Cassidy Berry, do you think in the future there might be a way for people in close areas to maybe meet up and network? Like if a lot of people lived in Chico, let's say, or too much red tape to make possible. I don't know if Cassidy, if you're talking about like yourself, if I lived in Portland, Def would pay to go to a group with you heading it, even knowing you're not a doctor or an endocrine. So yeah, I mean, I think you're referring to like group meetups or something like that. I mean, I'd love to do that someday. I'm just too small. I'm a small YouTuber. I'm not like delusional. I love my 57,000 people that have clicked the subscribe button. I'm so like happy that there are people streaming with me right now and we're just having a dialogue and kicking it. Would I host something like that? Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I would. And I feel like that's sort of what we're doing in a baby step on Patreon. I started a crowdfunding site for the first time in my 5-6 year YouTube career because I want to take this thing to the next level. I want a more intimate connection with those who can, and that's a way to get more access to me, more personalized stuff with me. So be sure to check that out. Link in the description if that might be an option for you. But otherwise, I'm just, yeah, I would do that. Maybe someday. Maybe if I ever like Revel. Ghost. Thanks for the helpful answer. Appreciate it, man. And good stab at making a joke. No, man, that was bad. But Lynn, hey, Noah. Hey, Lola Hunter. What do you think of the happenings of the world at the moment, like the good and the bad and the ugly? I think it's important, like when I process bad things going on in the world, I think it's important for me to I think when bad things happen in the world, which they're constantly happening, it's important, one, for me to remember that I'm lucky and I'm blessed, and it reminds me to be grateful. Two, not to assume that there aren't good things happening in the world. So to keep me balanced, because as someone who has struggled mightily with depression and anxiety, it's very easy for me to see the world as half empty, see life through gray lens, and I have to remember that based on my sensitivity, I need to remind myself there are a lot of good things going on. So what I do is I have this this app. Let's see if I can find it real quick. But I have this app that just balances me out, and it is called the Good News Network. And I have notifications turned on. Can you guys see that? So the Good News, whatever. The Good News Network says it's just the entire app is dedicated to good news. And so I can click on here, and all throughout the day I can see over $250,000 donated to help victims of Western wildfire. That's beautiful. That's action. That's people helping other people. That reminds me I can make a difference. 11-year-old boy mows White House lawn. A cute story about a kid. You know, just you can go through. Governor Christie allocates $200 million to fight opioid crisis in New Jersey. I try to balance out the sad news that's going on in the world with some positive news. And then, quite frankly, before I start complaining about anything, before I start telling people what I think, I better ask myself if I'm doing anything to help. And I better not be doing anything to make it worse. Maria Cast. Oh, hold on. We got a super chat. By the way, guys, I chose the wrong streaming buffering optimization thing. So it's going to get caught up. Just refresh your screen. My bad. I'm going to make sure I'm more careful with that. But we just got a super chat, I think, from JD Fritz. Dude, what are you doing, JD? What are you doing, bro? So JD just donated another $5 via super chat. Of course, thank you. A million times thank you, JD. It's a lot of money. I don't want you to feel like you need to do any more. But thank you. I mean, it's beautiful, and I appreciate it. Are you just like messing with me by not adding in like a topic or a question or something like that? Thank you. JD is a stud. Shout out to JD. Everyone give him an internet clap. You're the man, bro. I'm looking. I'm going back to the newer comments. JD. Here we go. So JD says, I stumbled on your videos one day, decided to get my T level checked. It was in the 140s. Oof. Slowly working my way up now, feeling a lot better. Thank you. Have a drink on me. Dude, that's so beautiful, man. Thank you. Like, I will. And yeah, 140s, guys. So JD had a total testosterone of 140. The average 25-year-old has 750 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone in his body. So my man was working on a very low tank. I imagine, JD, you felt terrible. I'm so glad you're feeling better. Thank you again for the super chat. You blessed my life. All of you do. Thank you. And yeah, dinner's on JD tonight. Thank you. It's dope. I have the coolest fucking subscribers. I love this channel. I don't just mean because of the money. By the way, guys, I didn't earn any money for the first few years on this channel. I just love this community. You guys just really, really bless my life. Do I sound overly corny? I feel it. I feel that way sometimes. All right. Maria Castillo. Hi from White Salmon, Washington. My husband has severe depression, and your videos have helped me understand a little bit more about what he's feeling. Maria, I'm glad that my videos could offer your husband or you a little bit of information, solace, comfort, something. And I appreciate you saying that. It's very nice of you. I would encourage you to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. You're taking care of yourself and putting extra time into you while your husband deals with this. It'll make you stronger and more of a what do you call it, like a unbreakable force for him. Jesse Daniel, yo man, Lil Poppycock here. Lil Poppycock here. What's up, Lil Poppycock? Glad you're back on the stream. Adam Co, have you ever been smoking cigarettes? When I was a kid, I had this little love affair with cigarettes. Were awesome for a second when I was younger. I think I smoked, all in all, like the equivalent of 1 year of my life broken up into a couple attempts at smoking. And I loved it. But then one day I got invited to play basketball and I could barely make it up and down the floor. And I was like, nah, not worth it. Rob R, did you ever have a problem with bad sleeping cycles, especially when depressed? I seek to be sleeping terribly. Any tips? Yes, of course. Sleeping issues tend to be one of the most common things that we go through. Excuse me, I've got an itchy nose. That we go through when we have mood disorders. What I should suggest you do is check out Sean Stevenson's podcast, The Model Health Show. He's got a book called Sleep Smarter. Jesus, excuse me. What's going on up there? He's got a book called Sleep Smarter, and he's got a brilliant podcast on sleep. Getting my sleep is everything to me now. Trying to guard my sleep, understand my sleep cycles, understand how food impacts sleep, my REM cycle, everything you can learn about sleep, learn it. Because a lot of the things we deal with are more within our control than we think, and we just don't know what needs to be controlled. And I think an easy thing to work on, number one, is your sleep. Sean Stevenson, The Model Health Show. All of you guys should go check that shit out. It's a free podcast. The book, Sleep Smarter. It's really helped me. If I'm sleeping well, or if I'm able to get into a place where I'm staying asleep at least a little longer, it makes a big difference. And when I was really depressed, I didn't fall asleep. And if I fell asleep, I couldn't stay asleep. And it was tormenting. So I'm sorry if you're in pain. Milk Me TV. Okay, chatting with somebody. Bellin, so I think my DPDR is getting away. I don't care about it anymore. I'm still depressed though. Now and after, and it's getting worse. It feels like, should I try to stay happy and basically force positivity? No, I don't think any of us has to force positivity. I think what we, it's good to stay positive. It's good to work on your attitude, but, oh, guys, we still here? Dang, I screwed the pooch on this, you guys. Are we good? My fault. Is this baby still running? I think we're still here. My fault, guys. God, if I could go back and change my streaming options. Okay. Staying happy is a futile thing. I think what you should do is stay focused. And feelings of happiness, or negative happiness is what I used to call it, they will get there. Stay structured, stay focused, and allow happiness to come into your life, and don't put pressure on yourself to feel any type of way. But there is something to be said about faking until you make it. Steve Thomas, love you, Noah. You and Douglas Block have been and are two of my online mentors. Excuse me, guys, my nose. Nothing but big love for both of you on my side of the pond, UK. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Bellin, I'm only 16. I'm going through depression, anxiety, and DPDR. The DPDR is getting better. Is it worth for me checking hormone imbalances? Even yes, Bellin, go get your hormones checked. Get all your blood work checked. That should be a quick decision. Whatever says, how do you deal with people sabotaging you and are envious? Ooh, see, what I try to do, here's what I do. When I feel like someone's sabotaging me or behaving in a way that doesn't make sense to me, it's like, well, I wouldn't do that. Why would they? I one, try to understand if they're really close to me, if they're just hurting or what it means. And two, I just tell myself that no well-adjusted person would go out of their way to hurt another person, sabotage them, or not enrich their lives. I think it is more of a sign of what they're dealing with and what they need to do for their own ego and self-esteem than it is a sign of you. That being said, some people occasionally, oh man, the buffering is getting worse, you guys, isn't it? Shit. I feel like the buffering is getting worse. Some people will call things out and notice things, and they'll have some truth to it. Like, be open, even if some people are a little bit callous in their delivery. Be open to criticism that might make you better. Just don't buy into just ugly behavior, straight ugly behavior. Rob R, how often do you think is a good amount to drink? How many days and how much, and not to get too drunk? So some of the rules for me on this, because it's a slippery slope, as some of you may know, is that for me, I try not to force, instigate, or create drinking situations. I'm trying not, if there's not something going on something social, something in the flow of life with others, with celebration, with events. My job is to not make that a part of my life. That is what I strive and fight to do every single day, week, or whatever. And so I'm quite pleased if we go out for drinks once a week, if something like that comes along, and I need to be okay with it being a couple weeks of not doing it if that was the flow of my life. I'm a healthier person, a more productive person, a more emotionally cognizant person, a better husband, a better provider, a better everything when drink is not a normal part of my life. And to that effect, and I understand that, I need to be productive. I need to be true to myself. I need to feel proud of myself. And I just can't do that if I'm making that too big a deal. So for me, I seem to be in line with my goals and my wants when I let it just happen naturally. Which means, hey, we're all getting together to go bowling. Want to go? We drink some beer. Cool. Hey, there's a fight night or something like that. BRB, bring your own beer or whatever, and then we can drink some beer and watch a fight night. That's my style. And I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent. We all have to make choices, but figure out what you can live with, what behavior you can live with. Set rules for yourself. And if you can't stick to your own rules, and it compromises your life, your wellness, your security, your emotional health, relationships, then then you have to relook at it. Steve Thomas, the buffering. I think I missed 2 potential shout outs. Steve Thomas, here's a shout out, boss. Everyone shout out Steve Thomas, and friggin' forgive me for screwing up the damn buffering options. They won't let me change it. Bruno Negro, thanks for your channel. I've been watching you for a while now, about a year, and I think I felt like you felt. Most of the feelings you described, derealization sucks, depression, etc. Patience is the key. Yeah, patience definitely is the key, you guys. Absolutely. How much longer should we go? I've got the most recent comments coming on my laptop here, and I've got the comments from people that have been potentially waiting to have me read it and address it on my big screen. We are nearly 2 hours in. I'm peeking at the newer comments. How long should we go for the people that are still engaged and chilling? Should I go for over 2? Should we call it at 2? Has this whole thing run its course? Is there still some substance and meat here? I mean, I'm down to kick it if you guys are down. I've had a lot of fun, and I've certainly felt supported. So, what do you guys think? All right. Bruno Negro, thanks for your channel. Okay, yeah, thank you, Bruno. Daniel Black, my favorite quote that may assist your explanation is by C.S. Lewis. If you look for truth, you may find comfort in the end. If you look for comfort, you will not get either comfort or truth, only soft soap and wishful thinking to begin, and in the end, despair. That's deep. Okay, from C.S. Lewis, if you look for truth, you may find comfort in the end. If you look for comfort, you will not get either comfort or truth, only soft soap and wishful thinking to begin, and in the end, despair. That's really freaking powerful. Okay. Now that I just got my ninja bombed with that crazy quote. Let's see. All right. I'm going to try to see if I can somehow respond fast enough to catch up to everyone. That's my new goal. I'm going to see if I can freaking blow through these next comments quickly and not go on any diatribes, not go on any tangents. I don't know if I can do it. I bet you guys don't think I can, but I'm going to try. Rusty Hound, thank you for the stuff, Yoy. You're welcome. The stuff you said about OCD and intrusive thoughts helped a lot and makes sense. Cool, man. I'm glad. Bellin, same, Rusty Hound. Cool. Audrey's so confused talking to that. Rusty, Anna, Joyosi. It's been 5 months since I've started taking my SSRI. I think I already answered that, Anand. Daniel Black, my input on this about honesty. Start using medical vocabulary. Speak about your health with clear and conscious language. It will make you feel prepared. Be humble. Assist people understand you. That's great. It's really great, Daniel. Tony Killhart, hi, no. What's going on, Tony? Bellin, I'm only 16. I'm going through depression, anxiety, and DPR. The DPR is getting much better, though. So we already talked about this. You're going to check those hormones. Bruno Negro, I realize people like us tend to get addicted very easily. School, sports, everything. We get addicted to anything. Just choose wisely the things you want to get addicted to. That's for sure. I'm very addicted to the gym. For me, it's an easy outlet for the way I am. Water bottle, hello? Hello? Are you like, ah! All right, I'm half Mexican. I've got these freaking long Mexican nose hairs, and they itch. Okay. Oh, 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 ooh, oh. Yeah, so what about hello? Hello? Rusty Hound, it's comforting to know that I'm not the only one struggling with it. In the worst times, I would obsess over the weirdest shit. Me too. And, like he said, try and find out what everything means. It wrecked me. Same. Daniel Black, where is he reading his questions from? I'm reading it on, like, on my live stream thing. It shows up just like it shows up for you guys. I'm just I'm slowing it down so I don't miss anyone. Yeah. Mini rolls. How do I get my friend to not bully me? Ooh. If it's a friend, you let them know you feel like they're bullying you and you would like them to stop. You let your friend know what you think is a normal way to treat someone. I know it's not always this simple, but yeah, then you decide if they're worth being friends with. Audrey's so confused. I was honest with my family and it backfired. I was told that I was stronger than that, social anxiety, depression, and when I got mental health sick, I was told that I was just full of it. You have a potentially loving but ignorant family, Audrey. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go find a different support group. But find a different support group. They don't know any better. That's the old rhetoric. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. I can't. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. You can get over it. That's not that bad. People making like mental problems a pissing contest. Don't buy into that bullshit. That's their own confusion. Alex Carter, I've been watching you for a while. I understand things get difficult. Interested to hear how things are right now in this moment. Alex, things right now in this moment are great. They're pretty great. I'm mentally, emotionally, I'm in a pretty good space. In terms of my productivity and sense of self, it's pretty good. My health is pretty good. Doing pretty well. Ebbs and flows here and there, but I just think my overall perspective on mood problems is pretty healthy because I've been to such a low that it doesn't take much for me to be very happy and grateful for feeling, better. You guys, I have to pee so bad. If you're all gone by the time I get back, I don't judge you, but I hope you're here. Excuse me. Hey, girl. The live stream's still going, but I can wrap it up soon. Live stream's still going, but I can wrap it up soon. All right. I'm back. Time. Sorry about that, lads. I had to drain the log. I had to piss. All right. All right, let's go. Bellin, I used to have social anxiety, but it changed. Couldn't even have a conversation with a stranger, but now I can talk to anyone, even girls. Challenge your fears, and I recommend NoFap as well. Good shit. Daniel Black is responding to Audrey. Daniel Black, their intent was not to give a cool, still responding to Audrey. Good, you guys are talking in the comments. That's fucking dope. JD Fritz, I stumbled on JD. It's getting all excited when I see your name. I stumbled on your videos one day, decided to get my. Okay, yeah, so I saw this one. Okay, cool. JD. 1972 Peach Melba. Hi, Daniel. Just dropped by. I was wondering if anxiety gets worse with age plus depression. I don't know if you think my name is Daniel or you're asking probably Daniel Black, who's like killing it right now. I know someone for all. I mean, if I'm allowed to chime in, Douglas Block is a dear friend of mine, swell guy, and he had his best stretch of mental health in his 50s. So after massive breakdowns before that. Alex Carter, for everyone on this feed, focus on the issue and work on how to fix it. We all have difficulties, and how you process it and react that makes you stronger. You're amazing. Beautiful, Alex. Hell yeah. Love that. Seriously love that. Daniel Black, meet them halfway. Maybe my doctors are full. Okay, cool. Marla Robinson. Hey, Marla. How are you? Did you ever feel emotionless, like you felt no joy or love, even for your dog or family? Anhedonia? If so, how long? Yeah, I felt anhedonia. I felt that emotionless, that numbness, that fogginess, that detachedness, that inability to connect, feel comfort, warmth, joy, any of those things. I felt that for a couple of years, and I thought it would never come back. The good feelings, you know. So everyone's different. No one, don't ever take anyone's time frame to heart. But man, it can last for a long time for some people. Audrey's so confused. Yes, but when sugar notes. Okay. Lee Mack. Why stay in my lane? I own the whole street. Okay, I like that. MBS 1996-21. Dabadoo. Okay. Dabadoo. That C word, not giving a fuck, does come with age. I agree. Chase Filling Game, what's up, man? What's going on, Chase? What's going on, brother? MBS 1996-21. How are you eating at the moment? Guys, I am a week into intermittent fasting. I want to make a video about it. I filmed my first day. I've been doing some research, and I'm going to talk more about that soon in the video. But I'm currently doing intermittent fasting in terms of when I'm eating. And in terms of what I'm eating, I try to eat as clean as I can, for lack of a less bro word. So I try to eat seeds, nuts, fruits, veggies, lean meats, and complex carbs when I can, some simple carbs here and there. My goal in general is to stay away from processed food, stay away from added sugar, stuff like that. As many vegetables as I can. I don't always do this, but Bella, not giving a fuck comes with age, I guess. I'm 16 and constantly thinking what people think bad about me, and that they just think I'm weird and so on, which probably is just bullshit. Makes me a weak person. Doesn't make you a weak person. You know, young people have to focus on is their self-talk. I suppose we all do, but just saying makes me a weak person. I mean, why would you say that? It sounds very hard on yourself. Yeah, we all struggle with this, guys. Everyone struggles with how they look to other people, you know. Chase Filling Game, I hope you're doing well, my friend. I am, thank you. Joseph Flores 17, not sure what that means. J Dukes, Ethan Vance, got my results back, no low T. Huh. What's next for you then, Ethan? I'm assuming you would have rather found out. Are you glad that your T's okay? And when you say no low T, what were those numbers? Audrey's so confused. Okay, Audrey's like killing it. You guys are having your own conversation. That's cool. The C word, don't care what people think. Don't feel like that. Might feel shit being 16, but you have your whole life ahead of you. True that. Patrick Sturgill, woo! Patrick just added to my podcast. Cool. I'm assuming you're talking about the Model Health Show. David Tattle, hey Noah, I found you by watching your dad's videos. Have you ever given thought to getting into medicine or even being a therapist? You'd be great. I did give thought to getting into medicine. I declared pre-med after high school, but then it turned out that I don't want to be in school that long. And as far as being a therapist, you know, I think my calling feels like it's here. I think my calling is here. I want to do something in media. I want to do something like this. Film, production, telling stories, sharing my experiences. This is the most passionate I've ever felt, and I seem to be okay at it, you know, so I want to go with that. Patrick, he's still here. That C word, can you stop? You keep stopping, man. It's annoying. All right. I'm not sure if you mean like buffering or like getting into a question and getting distracted. Nathan Lantaff, I've suffered from chronic derealization since 16. I'm 38 now. I feel it 24/7 a day. I have major depressive disorder and bad anxiety. I tried everything and nothing seems to work. I've had major life problems from alcohol abuse. Sober now, just lose more of myself every year that passes. That's really sad, Nathan. And I can't fix you. And I know you didn't say all that so I could, but you shared it. You shared some painful, vulnerable stuff. And I can tell you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. That really sucks. I hope I hope you're finding some relief here and there. I hope you stay in the fight, even though it's been so long. Yeah, and I hope that your story can help someone someday. But yeah, I can't imagine what that's like. Being in treatment-resistant depression for me for a couple of years was enough to. Rusty Hound, thanks, man, for doing these, and thanks to everyone for sharing problems and asking great questions. Yeah, thank you to everyone for sure. Cassidy, I didn't get to hear your thoughts due to lag, but if my T4 is direct was okay, just T3 very low, should I have started TRT? Also, second part, new doc messed up script orders. I don't know, Cassidy. I'm sorry. You're probably staying so patient, but I really don't know. You'll have to refer to your doctor. I'm just not sure, and I don't want to play God. I don't know. Langley 27. Yo, what up? By the way, guys, if you guys are new, you're tuning in, you're joining me. Welcome. Thank you. If you want to support this channel further and get your question answered immediately, you can use the super chat function. It puts your question right to the top. I will answer it instantly. Otherwise, not to sound like a douche for plugging myself, thank you guys for being here, and I apologize for the lag. If you're seeing a lag, refresh your screen. It brings it right back to normal. I chose the wrong streaming optimization feature, as I've been told many times. Cassie Berry, now can't get tests for a while. I've been on for 2 years. Now off because this mess up. I feel more hopeless down and toward. Yeah, dude, that sucks. I was off once for a month to 6 weeks, and I hung in there mood-wise, so I hope the same is for you. Tired, is this something that is normal? Being tired? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of factors. You have to address what could be draining you: inflammation, poor sleep, poor diet, chronic issues, other things. John Phillips, hey Noah. Oh, I just lost. John Phillips, hey Noah, love your workout info. You look good, amigo. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Go all day. Yeah, right. Patrick, if it's regular Sunday thing, 2 hours, and set the quality right next time so we can understand better. Sounds good. Langley 27, hey, never saw this channel before, but it seems like your vids are good. I know about mental health. People need to know about mental health. Yeah, no shit. I really do. Thank you. JD Fritz, gotta get some football in. Go get it, JD. Go Pats, or whoever's playing right now. Max Chesser, hey man, how many times do you work out per week? 5 to 6 days a week, guys. That's how much I work out. Cassidy Berry, dude, on the real, also wanted to say your friends and family are so lucky to have you. Wifey, also, great guy. You are, bro. Sure, parents had a little to do with it. Thank you, Cassidy. I guess they are lucky to have me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think we have a good group that's just like tries to be respectful and voice their appreciation for each other. I'll make sure my wife knows you said that. Patrick says, I think he said 6 times a week earlier. Yep. Tana Giverson, oof, hit that refresh button, guys. If it's lagging, hit that refresh button. Damn. So bad. Thank you, Cassie. I guess they are lucky to have me. Yeah, I think we have. Stupid. 30 people here. What's going on? Get on that messenger. Hit me up. Join the conversation. I sound like Philip DeFranco. Patrick says, okay, we got Tana Giberson. What helps you with your anxiety? Structure, meditation, grounding, proper sleep, information, friends. Oyster 2076. Ever considered using more HRT supplements for optimal health? Not really. I mean, I take a B supplement, fish oil, vitamin D, my TRT, but otherwise no. Max Chesser. Oh right, cool. Thanks. That C word. Shout me out, Noah. I'm not gonna say. I just can't bring. I was raised by, I can't bring myself to say the C word, but shout out to the C word. Oh man. Jehan Mustard, hello from South Africa. It's midnight here. Dang, go to bed. But what's going on? Glad you're here. Cassidy Berry, that was a quick drain. You are built for this, bro. Thanks, dude. Clay Doyle, Noah, I've watched some of your videos. Do you find that taking your TRT at 0.6 ml is better than taking 1 ml a week? I recently started TRT and I'm on 1 ml a week now. So yeah, I mean, I think it's better. I think in general, when you're on testosterone, you should go for the lowest dose you can that will yield the best results. I think that makes the most sense. So I started at 200 a week and I just felt better as time went on. My blood work gave me the green light, plus my symptom relief, my side effect profile gave me the green light to lower, and I was nervous to lower. At first, I was like, ugh, I'm going to feel worse. Like, I'm inherently going to feel worse if I lower this. But as it turned out, I felt a lot better. So it's a very individual thing. I have to get some water. Pardon me. Sa. Ay. Vamos, amigos. It's time to continue. I think I'm gonna go till 2:30. By the way, guys. I think I'll go till 2:30. 20 more minutes, barring some like crazy thing happening. We'll go for 20 more minutes. I think I need to know when to bow out. I feel like I might be losing steam. I know this lagging thing is probably driving you guys crazy. It's driving me crazy. So, but there's 28 people here, so let's keep it popping. Joseph Flores, hey man, I'm dealing with some low T at the moment. Been depressed for 3 months, trying to get by. Damn, attempted suicide twice, and my friends and family are starting to get worn out. It's a living hell. Dude, I'm so sorry, Joseph. I'm glad you're still here. I don't know. I can't imagine what you're going through right now. It's been a minute since I was severely depressed like that. But I'm glad you're still here. Don't spend your time worrying about what your family's feeling. Worry about you. This is a very good time to be selfish, quite frankly. It's a good time for you to just focus on you and what you need to do for yourself. Your job is to survive right now. Please do that job. Audrey Sotomayor's feuds. Oh, shit. Hey, we're getting close, guys. I'm almost caught up. Audrey so confused. Foods. LOL. I'm stuffing my face with Doritos. Carbs. Sounds bomb. Max Cheshire. Hi, Noah. What sort of vitamins, nutrients would you recommend for mental health? I think the most proven things for mental health, please feel free, of course, if you guys know better, to chime in the comments below. But I think some of those proven things are creatine. There's a lot of efficacy there. Leafy greens in general, rainbow assortment of vegetables, phytonutrients, micronutrients, very healthy. I'm picking my nose. I think vitamin B12 is very good. Those things all make sense. And fish oil. Those are all things that have been widely studied, among other things, of course. Turmeric. Dude, my nose is driving me crazy. Jihan Mostert. I've been diagnosed with clinical major depression and anxiety about 3 years ago. I have a mental institution. I don't know if you're saying you're in a mental institution, but if you are, hang in there. You're a warrior. You're a hero. I promise. Revel. You are definitely made for electronic media. You must give it a shot. You are articulate, sincere, and a people's person for sure. Thank you. I'll take that to heart. That's very, very kind. Brian Sigmund, home gym, what essential equipment's not sure if you answered already. Please and thank you. Yeah, so I did answer that earlier, and I just said, in my opinion, all you need is a rack that you can do pull-ups off of, and you can lock a bar in. A bench would be good. A barbell with some weights, and then a space on the floor, maybe some other free weights. You can kill yourself in a lot of great ways, with that simple equipment. Jihan Mostert, my psychologist, kept on giving me new meds every 4 months, which made me feel like crap, so I dropped the meds. Still feel like crap, but at least better than being on meds. Hey, if you feel safe and you're doing better, that's fine. It's your body, your life. Good for you for taking a little bit of this into your own hands. M. Taylor, have you ever been offered to be put on lithium? Why or why not if you have? Thanks, no. So I was offered to be put on lithium orotate, not actual formal lithium, which I think would be good for like bipolar too. And I took it low dose. I think it can have a calming effect. Always consult your physician, guys. Stephen Rahr, always a pleasure seeing you live. What do you think about dialectal therapy for deperson DR? Please hold. Dialectal therapy. By the way, refresh those screens if you're getting caught in this lag bullshit that I created for everyone. What is... So I'm going to Google dialectal therapy. What is dialectal therapy? Dialectal behavior therapy is therapy designed to help people suffering from mood disorders, as well as those who need to change patterns of behavior that are not helpful, such as self-harm, suicidal ideation, substance abuse. What do you think about for depersonalization? I mean, try it. I think when it comes to anything like that, it can't possibly hurt, right? So try it. Yeah. JD Fritz, Steelers all the way. Nice. Excuse me 2 seconds, guys. Okay. 15 more minutes, my friends. Brian Sigmund, CrossFit. Kim Sheldon, can you share what SSRI you currently take? I don't currently take any SSRIs. I wasn't able to tolerate them when I was first depressed, and I was trying to figure out what meds or what treatment options or what I should do. But I did end up trying nortriptaline, which is a tricyclic. Everyone's different. Daniel Pate, can you coach poor Douglas on how to go live? Yeah. Daniel, good to see you, by the way. I'll definitely do that. I was literally on the phone with him for an hour before he went live, and he's so funny. Yeah, he struggled a little bit, but it was his first time. John Phillips, hey Noah, seen your video once about acne while on TRT. How's that going? And did you have to take anything to get under control? Thanks. Yeah. So when I first started taking exogenous testosterone for my TRT, I got acne. Like I made a video about it. Feel free to look it up if you're a new guy on TRT. You're curious. But yeah, my back just got flooded with acne. Sort of reminded me of puberty when I was going through it, and it just my body eventually adapted to the new treatment and the hormones, and I didn't have any issues. Didn't have to take anything for it. Anxiety bully. I love your video where you told us you pray each morning, and the way you described how you prayed, basically getting out of your own head. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, and every day. Cassidy Berry, so I feel ashamed to say this, but it feels like I've done all this to myself. I have abuse problems with addictive personality. Like I go all in or none. I mean, yeah, I think it's important to take responsibility for what's going on with you. I think it's important to acknowledge the power you have to change, but I think it's also important to understand the nature of what we go through and to be kind to ourselves and be loving. Have I almost caught up? Holy shit! I am almost caught up with the comment stream. I'm not sure I've ever done that before. I need to mark my calendar. Daniel Pate, my doc said vitamins for depression are not proven. Yeah, I don't know. So vitamin D isn't a vitamin, it's a hormone. That is proven. There are clinical studies on that one. And fish oil is not a vitamin either. And there's a lot of clinical studies on that, as well as turmeric. You know, I'm not even talking about vitamins. I'm talking about other supplements. Cassidy Berry, my fam loves me, but also in denial. Would like to talk seriously with someone about Subutex or Suboxone. Yeah, my dad's a Suboxone doc, so go find someone if you need help with opiates. Jihan Mostert, I'm not in a mental institution now. I've just been there twice, 2 weeks both times. I was there about 2 weeks when I was there. I get that. I'm glad you're not in there, by the way. It's a scary place to be in. I think it's a great place to be to keep you safe, but it's scary. Cassidy Berry, after seeing the vid where you piggybacked your dad and him being a pain specialist, it would be a miracle. He mentioned the medication I'm on and said was bad. I believe him, by the way. And he's pretty smart. You guys, we are straight up caught up right now. I'm freaking stoked. Look, if you are one of the 22 people watching this, or 21 people, however many people are here right now, and you haven't posted a comment, do it. I'm caught up. I want to hear from you. And before I leave in the next 12 minutes, I'd love to hear from you. So say something. Joey Moser, okay, Cassidy, after seeing, Max, recently I just get so tired every day. I eat well, exercise, and sleep 9 hours a night. Any reason you can think of that I'd have this problem? Depression, anxiety, personally. Yeah, so mood problems in general can manifest themselves as all these things. You can do all the right things and still have symptoms and side effects that reflect extreme fatigue and lack of motivation and stuff like that. I don't know, other than saying something, I imagine, cliche, like, get your blood work, make sure you don't have any food sensitivities, maybe you have inflammation that's causing this. I don't know. Keep fighting. You're a smart dude. Just keep looking into options. Cassidy, I owe you big time for all my questions you have answered. Next check I get, a cut is going. No worries, Cassidy. Thank you. That's really. Logan Cruz, you skipped my comment, homie. Did I? My bad, boss. Leave it to me again, please, or I can go looking for it. Actually, Logan. Oh, I see it. I see it, Logan. Okay, thank you. What vitamins and other subs do you take to stay healthy while on TRT? So I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I take vitamin D. I take a methyl B12. I take fish oil for my joints and drink lots of water. I try to get phytonutrients and micronutrients through a ton of vegetables, and I need to re-up on some lithium orotate, and I need to re-up on some turmeric. That's what I do. Those are my jam. Max Cheshire, I love your enthusiasm. Yeah, it's the least I can do. I don't want to be like Droll on here. Thank you. Leo Rivera Mitchell, thank you for making your videos. Just wanted to say that. I appreciate that, Leo. Thank you for sharing that with me. Willie GGG, hey, I'm 17 and hit puberty about 2 years ago, and I still look like a little boy, and my voice haven't changed at all. I feel that I have low T. Is this normal? I mean, I don't know. I know a lot of young dudes that they're like 17, 18, and they look super, super young. Everyone's different. If you're actually worried about it, I mean, like, I didn't start growing any facial hair really until after high school. And now look at this plush, lush bad boy of a beard. Just kidding. Maybe be patient, but if you're genuinely worried, you can always, this is my go-to as someone who's not in the medical field. Go chat with your doctor. Find out if hormone levels are off or something's going on. Otherwise, don't be too hard on yourself, youngster. Cassidy, sorry, was lagging. Does your dad see out-of-area patients? He does not. My dad does not and cannot treat anyone out of the area. Prince Diamond, I love you, man. You've been such a crucial part of my well-being. Have a good evening. It's late here in France. I'm going to bed. Sleep well, Prince. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. All right, guys. This Kick It Sesh has been legit. We're going to wrap it up in about 9 minutes. 9 minutos. Ew. This is your live stream. I'm just here going for a ride. Unless you guys want me to start babbling and running my head, running my mouth. Jihan Mostert, what advice could you give on how to handle the highs and lows during a time that you need to commit to something important? My anxiety keeps on making me quit everything I start doing. Ooh, boy, can I relate to that feeling. I think what's helped me is understanding that's part of it. Knowing that the highs will subside, as will the lows. And just remember how rewarding it feels to follow through in spite of going through mental health. I think that's the best I could say. Cassie, okay, thank you, man. You did it all. Caught up. I know, I can't believe I caught up. Patrick, yep, thanks for being you. No, thank you for being you, Patrick. All right, if there are women watching, I apologize. I shouldn't say this, but that cunt says thank you. I said it. I did it for you. I shouldn't have. Cassidy Berry, enjoy your Sunday. Fun day, brother. Much love. All right, later, Cassidy. All right. This is good. This is a good little live stream. Yeah. Maybe we should call it now. I think it's a good time. I think we should call it now. I did say I would hang out till 2:30 though. Yeah. I think it's time. All right, guys. I know I said I was going to stay till... Thanks, John. Loving the live chat. This is a cool idea. These live streams are dope. They're great. They're a great way for us to connect. They're a great way for me to kind of be on top of where a lot of you guys' heads are, and I can just vent a little, and it's cool. Savannah Stewart. I think Savannah is new, so that's good. How's it going? Savannah says, hey, question. Has anyone ever called you out thinking they understand your mental situation, wanting to fix it? How did you handle it? Yeah, of course. I think like the desire to feel important, the desire to have a helper's high, and I think ego makes people think they know a lot of stuff that they might not necessarily know very well. Yeah, they want to help, and sometimes it can come off as hurting. How did I handle someone trying to swarm me and fix my situation? I don't know. If I didn't think that they were being sincere, I didn't think they had something to offer, I would try to be polite to a point, but then I would remove myself from the conversation probably. Yeah. People that haven't... the messy thing also about like mood disorders, in my opinion, is that like a lot of people think they understand. They really do. And most people have felt down, blue, and sad, but that same group... very, very rarely have people felt clinically depressed or dangerously depressed. So I think they mean well, but they come off as pretty ignorant at the same time. You don't know till you know. Miles, no. What's up, Miles? And then JOC, it's been 5 months since I've started taking my SSRI for my depression and OCD. How do I know if I'm getting better? Anan, I've answered that question a couple times. I don't know if you missed it. There are questionnaires you can take to just see your mood, and you can do a mood journal. You can talk to people and see if they've noticed any difference from you, get some perspective that's objective and outside of your own. Also, if you think you might have gotten better, you probably have. The girl? I'm going to wrap this up in 5 minutes. I'm just letting you know, I'm going to wrap this up in 5 minutes. Where'd you guys go? Good night, Jihan Moster. Have a good rest in South Africa. Where'd you go? I love coffee. You went to the Goodwill? My wife loves the Goodwill. Shout out to people that enjoy frugal shopping. Oh, man. Leo Rivera says, that derealization video, you explained it perfectly, like word for word, hands down. Yeah, that one seemed to connect with people, and I'm really glad. Miles, I zoned out before you yelled that. Andrew Myers, I've just started TRT, only been 3 days, but my mood has lifted already. Is it in my head, or is this possible? Who cares? Your mood's lifted. That's awesome. I will just encourage you to continue to be open to whatever positive changes happen in the next month or two. Audrey, so confused. XXOO. Yes, hugs and kisses to you too. Go. Jeffrey Lingdon, I'm 52. I had blood tested, and they are going to OK me for TRT. Is it safe under doctor's care? Yeah, I do believe it is safe under doctor's care. I believe what you have to do is just manage your other hormones. Make sure you know how it's affecting your estradiol, your E2, and then just find a sweet spot where your side effect profile, your symptom relief, and your blood work all look good. And then, the symptoms of low testosterone, or having low testosterone, is far more dangerous than regulating it, in my opinion. Audrey loves ponies. Who doesn't? Miles, dude, Leo, that's the vid that got me here. Good. Corinne McGarvey, is there any shame in going to a day hospital? No. To me, you're. It's the opposite of shame. It's like, how strong are you? How brave are you? How in touch are you with what you need, that you're taking care of yourself? It's a stigma-based thing that you would even consider something being shameful when it's you taking care of yourself. No, go, and God bless you for it. I'm glad that video could help you, Miles. Guys, big no-no is, oh wow, I just referred to myself by my nickname. I'm out of here. I'm not going to be referring to myself in the third person. I'm out of here in 3 minutes. For whatever that's worth. Yeah. By the way, guys, it's worth saying, if you guys have enjoyed this more intimate one-on-one experience and you want to consider checking out my Patreon and seeing if there's something on there that could benefit you, if you want greater access to me, please do so. It helps support the channel, and it allows me to get to know you better through private messaging system that I just can't offer everyone on my channel because I just wouldn't have the time. But it's been a really cool, rewarding thing. I appreciate all of you. If you happen to be one of my patrons already, thank you. Cassidy, go! It's almost over. It's almost over, Cassidy. We're almost out of here. Savannah, link in the description, by the way, and I hope you didn't take that in poor taste to bring that up. Savannah Stewart, did counseling ever help your depression? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think the more I learned about myself, the more I learned about my condition, and the more I could have someone help me with my thought patterns. I thought about things from a very scared, reactive space because I didn't know any better. I didn't know what was going on. So yes, 100%. Now, what can be more difficult is finding the right counselor. That can take some time. I encourage you and implore you not to get too bent out of shape if you're struggling to find someone. You will eventually. I promise. Well. Miles, you should go, man. If you have the option to, you should go. Cassidy, and serious about trying to get this thing bigger and have those support groups around our area with people close to us. That'd be cool, man. Max Cheshire, what inspired you to become a YouTuber? I had no aspirations. It's like, I think I'll leave it on this question because it's a fun one. Not that the other ones aren't fun, but I had no aspirations. What inspired me to become a YouTuber? I had zero aspirations of becoming a YouTuber. When I recorded my first video, I was just hoping to God that someone else was going through something like what I was going through. And I was depressed, I was scared, I was suicidal, and I just hit record. I had like literally my laptop, and I just went to the photo booth thing, and I just let everyone know how scared I was and how depressed I was, and said maybe I'd check in. I sincerely just wanted to connect. That was my only hope. God, give me a chance to connect with someone. Maybe I'm not alone. And then it just sort of built from there. What makes me want to be a YouTuber now is that I feel so passionate about this. I feel so inspired when I do this. I feel so happy when I do this, and you guys have given me a great deal of confidence that I can make a difference, and that's really cool. And I know you guys make a positive difference for me, and so now I feel like this is a dream and I want to live it. I worked really hard to survive my depression, so I want to live my dream and see if I can make a difference for other people too. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours. My wife has been so dope. So, not a cool way to describe her. She's so dope. She's in the other room, and I'm going to go hang out with her. And there she is. And so I'm going to say bye. Come say bye. This is my beautiful Larissa. Yeah, it's my beautiful wife, Jessie. Show her some love. She puts up with me every day. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here and making this an awesome Sunday for me. And we'll see you guys in the next one. We'll try to do this every Sunday. I do have private Patreon only live streams every month, so check out that link. Gotta put that plug, trying to be a businessman. And thank you guys all for being so great. I appreciate you so much. This has been really fun. And we're out of here in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.